Jock Jams.
Yeah, they're for everybody.
Shout out to Jock Jams.
Hi. Hello.
Now that's what I call music.
This is what
welcome.
we're. This is us.
Hello.
Oh, hello. I didn't notice you there.
We were just jamming out to some basketball hits from the late 90s.
Yeah. Everybody get up. It's time to slam now.
Hello. Hey everybody, welcome to QueueTimes and the Uncommon Trust Presents. Yay! This is our third episode of the Uncommon Trust Presents, however, session 2 of Hillfolk. Disclaimer, I love Hillfolk by Robin D. Laws and Pelgrane Press more than I should. No,
It's an appropriate amount.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
But a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes.
I love them so much, but what we're playing is kind of a homebrew version of Hillfolk. So we're working to stay as close to the tone and the theme and the awesomeness of Hillfolk, but there are a couple of changes we've made so that it fits streaming better. So when you play this at home, you'll read the book and you'll be like, wait a second! It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. A couple of things. Thank you so much, chat, for joining in. Thank you so much. A bingo card was made for today's stream. There is a link that I posted a little bit earlier to our Discord. Within the Discord, there is the link to the bingo card. It's amazing. I just want to go around, have everybody say their name, and also I just want to say thank y'all for being you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. B-Dave. Oh, I said your name for you. Sorry.
B-Dave, what's your
All right.
name?
You know, I got an intro. Yeah, it was like hype up. Yeah. B. Dave Walters. I'm playing Fernvey the Elder. I do things in places, and I'm a vampire more often than not.
Oh, hi. I'm Poisel. I'm playing Icon, the Whisper, and am I gonna be more Machiavellian tonight? I don't know yet. We'll see.
Hi, I'm Alejandra, and I'm playing Sorsha, the rogue healer and secret diviner.
I'm Alcuin. I'm playing Sigurd, the Horsemaster, a man trapped by his people's traditions and superstitions.
The horseless master.
And I'm Sam Delev. I play a superhero more often than not these past few weeks. And tonight I'm playing Avrak Warmaster, the chieftain of this tribe, newly appointed.
We have some amazing sponsors and partners and stuff. Oh, I'm Ash. Hi, I'm Ash. I feel like I started with that. I'm Ash. I'm GMing today. You can see me occasionally on the things, but mostly, currently, you can see my work as producing Game the Game and How to Play. And then sometimes I show up on RPG streams.
True.
But we also have some amazing partners and sponsors. Kraken Dice, who's awesome, who gave us a giveaway last week. 2 lucky folks got 2 sets of Kraken Dice. And if you heard there might be a giveaway today, you heard correctly. Not of Kraken Dice, though. Poisel, what are we giving away today?
Today we are giving away a Void Merge shirt.
Void merge.
I
From the
apologize,
boys.
audio. I forgot I had it.
Only the freshest
No,
screaming
sorry.
souls pressed into your fashion.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
So if they win one of ours, we have to take it off on stream, right?
Yes.
That's,
works?
that's totally appropriate.
That is
Whoa.
definitely within Twitch TOC.
What was that I heard? The viewership quadrupling?
I'll quit taking a shirt off.
Fierce logging all over the internet. What was it? Yes.
Look, they know what I did for this. People want to see it.
It's true. It's true.
So at the end of the stream today, for one lucky person in chat, you have to be in chat at the time, you get a Void Merge shirt.
Yes.
It may or may not be one we're wearing, but it'll probably
you get a brand new, non-used Void Merge shirt in your size.
You'll just choose the one you want. We'll handle it with
Choose
you
what you wanna
afterwards,
smell like.
and then they'll ship it to you. So
It's, I think personally, if you want this one that Alejandra is wearing right now, it will only increase in value if it's been touched.
why are you giving away those shirts?
That's true. It's a Poisel shirt that has been blessed by Alejandra. Doubly valuable.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
Right.
Strong energies.
Hashtag eBay. Yeah.
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 Some other wonderful thank yous. D&D Beyond is always Beyond amazing. Even though we're not playing D&D right now, we still go home and play with D&D Beyond all the time. World Anvil, at the end of this campaign, you'll actually be able to log into World Anvil and see this setting.
Ooh.
Because I'm going to make it public.
What? Secrets revealed.
I know, it's exciting.
Noble Dwarf.
Noble Dwarf?
Noble
Oh, that's
Dwarf.
so cool.
Yes, thank you for everything from Noble Dwarf. Cracking Noble Dwarf World Anvil, Void Merge. D&D in a Castle.
D&D in a
D&D in a
D&D in a Castle! You guys check out D&D in a Castle. Our castle's sold out.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't sign up for the mailing list because other things might be happening with other cool people.
Other
When I
things
say
might be happening with other cool people.
Yeah.
based on interest.
Yes,
So
if-
sign up for the waiting list.
Yes.
And if you're interested, there might be other things.
Yeah. There's a direct correlation.
Between what we're saying and what we want you to do.
The number of people that are interested in things in those things happening.
Oh, hi, Noble Dwarf. Thanks
Hey,
in chat.
hello.
Oh, that's a bingo.
That's
Oh,
That gets called out.
Yeah, Noble Dwarf, you are a bingo slot on the card.
for those of y'all playing bingo,
Bingo
we,
what?
I think we checked up quite a few
I think
squares
we've
already.
had a couple already.
Like, I think
There's already been a this is
4.
fine.
Yeah.
Hands
All right.
face.
This is fine.
You know,
I
Ash-
did,
Ash
and
gave
it,
it
right
this is
after it, I
fine.
was like, oh, we do say that a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now let's get into Hillfolk. For those of you just turning in, if you're watching on the VOD on YouTube or in the Twitch VODs, there is a session 0 and a session 1 that you can watch. I highly recommend at least watching session 1.
Watch the session 0. I will continue saying this until all of you do it. It's a really good session 0 that's really well run. Hillfolk is great for session 0s, thefted into all your RPG systems. I apologize for interrupting now. Please continue.
It's fine.
they'll know.
I'll say
They'll
that
know if
every
you watch the
time.
first.
They'll
if
know. They'll know they're watching
So,
all of you.
I'm apparently a god of knowledge.
If you are just tuning in live, though, that's okay because we're gonna. I've decided our recaptain is gonna recap for us, and you'll get a sense of what happened, so you won't be lost at all. Recaptain, you ready?
No pressure. Since you were re-captain, it's like, oh,
This is what you get for demonstrating talents.
it's just like old times.
Okay. So let me.
I'll start to lead you in to give you a little help. So we're playing the base setting of Hillfolk, which is an Iron Age village in the mountains of Maror. Our particular band of raiders lives in the southlands of the mountains, in Hearth is the name of their village. To the northlands is a kingdom. They're technically all still the same people, still the same culture, but the kingdom is the larger city, and maybe we don't like them so much. I don't know. It's up to you, the viewer. The folks of the village of Hearth make up the raiding team. They every what we would call a new moon, what they call Woden's night, when the portal is closed. Every Woden's night, they go to raid other villages and steal their things
Yeah.
We do not so.
for their glory, because they know they're working more towards glory, and everybody else in the lowlands is like. They can't even see the skyland. They don't know how to get to the village of the sky.
Don't know how to get to the
Events.
Like, they can come up to the mountains, but they don't.
They don't. They're staying
So,
below.
thank you for farming for us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So last time on Uncommon Trust presents Hillfolk. The episode opens with the everyone gathering for the night of the revelry when the portal is open. This is a joyous and momentous occasion because this is the first time that both a new chief and a new whisper and a new voice are all being chosen at once. There is an event that happens, a ritual, we will say, in which the effigies of the former lives of the chieftain Avrak and the new whisper icon are burned, including many of their old possessions and 2 pieces of very sentimental jewelry.
Yeah.
Really just sitting here. Like,
Burned.
At the end of the ritual, the new voice lets the village lets the hearth know that all of the current stores that they have stored up, all of their provisions that are stored up, are being taken. When normally only half are taken to go up to the kingdom because it is a harsh winter.
It has been a harsh winter.
It has been a harsh winter.
We're now, or that was like end of February-ish.
So then shenanigans happen.
And that's the episode.
And here we are.
People get drunk. Avrak. A plot is hatched to steal some of the stores from their own village to hide them away so they can't be taken by the kingdom.
Yep.
This may or may not be partially successful. Yeah.
I think you got a bag of grain.
Yeah, I think we got a bag of grain.
I got a couple
It
bags of
wasn't
grain.
Not
Successful. It wasn't not successful. Fernway is very cute with children. Sorsha blackmails Icon into giving up their ties to Avrak. And then Sorsha loses her body and
not biblically,
not biblically.
spiritually.
Because Sorsha can
Astrally.
Yeah. Sorsha can astrally project, but while she does, her body is prone.
Yeah.
And when she went back to her body, it was someone had hidden it under the altar.
Yeah. That person may or may not have been the voice or Icon. We don't know.
It could have been anybody.
It
I
could
guess
have
we'll
been
find
Could
out.
have been anyone.
Yeah.
Anybody. And the episode ended with a scene between Sorsha and Icon and Avrak, declaring their need for everyone to be on the same page and to be unified.
And also, the raid was coming early.
And the raid was coming early.
Yes. Yeah.
The key detail.
Yes.
Avrak decided that they would be raiding 2 weeks, or no, a week early. A week early, so to be brighter. Ooh. Also, at one point,
If I make it through.
at one point, Sigurd tackled a young boy and convinced him to be a spy for him.
Oh,
and
yes,
to
I forgot about Talmothy.
Spy on
Talmothy.
Yep.
Talmothy's my
Right here on the
my
card.
mole.
Your cat's paw.
Yeah, Fahrenvey also gave out a lot of honey-covered locusts.
Locusts.
And it was made clear that he is clearly the beginning of the children's training is through Fahrenvey, the elder.
I remember that.
Still has the stuff. He's still pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's everything. So with that recap having been done, yes.
We didn't exactly say that, yes, both Avrak and Icon were supposed to destroy their relics of the past, and they both went and recovered their relics of
Oh,
the
I forgot I
past.
took that.
You,
Yeah.
yes, you
Yeah.
both
Oh,
did
yeah,
that.
you
That
forgot.
big
Yes.
No, I
final
honestly did. Like,
symbolic object interaction.
Yeah.
Which Fernvey clocked that Avrak took theirs.
Yep.
I have yet to realize that Icon took theirs.
Avrak way more shameless about it.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get a little bit of chat involvement. Basically, how Hillfolk works is at the end of every episode, so each session is called an episode because this is meant to be more cinematic. At the end of every episode, the players state how they think they've played into the theme and their dramatic polls. And then they vote among each other, basically, who did the best job. But we're not doing that today. Today, you're voting, Chad.
Yeah.
The power is yours.
So we're going to go around and everyone's
don't know
going to
if I like
state
this.
concisely, I'm sure, how they feel they played the last episode's theme, which was hunger, and utilized their polls, their dramatic polls, in order to do it. And then we're going to have a little vote pop up in the chitty chat. And you guys are you're gonna vote for one of our players to see who gets what's called a Benny, which gives them more sort of dramatic power to make things happen.
Do things.
To do things. Who are you talking to?
do.
It was like you were directing that at the window.
I'm wistfully gazing at the long lost past.
I too am a wistful gaze.
And also, there's an incredible array of tchotchkes of like really neat and obscure like pop culture references, roughly 18 inches to my right. So
That's cool. So let's start with you, B. Dave. How did you play into the theme hunger last week?
Fernvey gave of himself for the sake of the children, so that they would not suffer during these lean and difficult times, and also leaned upon our young war master to stand up to the vile, soft northerners to prevent them from taking the food that was rightly ours.
All right. Okay. All right. Poisel?
Icon leaned into their dramatic pole of it's kind of fight versus flight, and they decided to fight for the village, for the hearth, for the betterment of the hearth, going against tradition, and kind of going against the imposed hunger of the kingdom upon us, while also kind of realizing their own responsibilities to the village, and kind of giving into the letting Sorsha push them away from Avrak, away from their own hunger, as it were.
Now that one is biblically.
Well, Sorsha spoke to Avrak about the time of great suffering that was coming, and that we shouldn't give in to the northerners and let them take our food, because then we would be hungry. And on another level, Sorsha was super hungry for Avrak, and even agreed to work with Icon in order to further her
Goals?
her goals with Avrock.
Her hunger.
So her hunger, if you will, for Avrock. Hunger. I'll just keep saying hunger.
That's good marketing.
I don't know.
You're gonna win.
I think you just need something to drink.
Thirsty.
Water,
Slightly.
perhaps. Thirsty hunger. Her loinal hunger, please.
Let's see. Sigurd.
That's the name of the next episode is Loyal Hunger.
Lionel Richie.
Hello.
Puns.
So, Sigurd's dramatic poles are societal acceptance or individual accomplishment. Is he going to be able to use his northern ways of animal husbandry and that kind of stuff, or is he going to have to go back to a simpler raiding lifestyle, and Avrak's kind of pushing him in one direction, and a lot of his own hunger, I think, were reflected in the last episode by his ambition, by how he was kind of working behind the scenes to try to set things up to accomplish his goals. So he's got this hunger for power, but he also has a sort of, there's still part of him, this part of his other dramatic pole is this, does he want to have power, or does he want acceptance? Or does he want power so he can force acceptance? Either way, I'm the hungriest, so give me a Benny.
You're hungry for bennies.
Woo! All right, following after all of that, surprisingly, thinking about it, Avrak did lean into the theme on a fair few levels. There's the literal hunger that we see in the symbolic object work of the honeyed locust, with Fernve, which is a particular treat through which we get to see that Avrak is still so young in so many ways. There's also that Avrak, as chieftain, had to take point on how we're going to manage these limited food stores and making decisions about all of that. There is some degree of unknown, certainly emotional hunger for Icon that may have other dimensions that we'll find out about more. And also as leader in nourishing other characters' hunger, most notably Sigurd's hunger for status and Sorsha's for respect. And in so doing, leaned into their dramatic poles, which are between putting forth an image of the invulnerable leader, the one who makes choices irrespective of necessarily all of the advice or traditions of their tribe, and in hiding some of the things that would demonstrate vulnerability, like their fear of fire, but simultaneously on their other pole, they're a fallible human, and we get to see that throughout the episode through the cold that they canonically had and how they dealt with getting medical treatment for that, and also in the emotional vulnerability of reaching out at that end of that episode to Sorsha and to Icon and saying, I cannot do this without you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I was gonna say.
That's actually a Theodoric talk in this time period.
All right, so that should begin the poll, and I was incorrect. So it doesn't appear in the chat; it appears in the screen itself. Like if you hover over the screen. Oh my God, it's just there. Oh, I get to vote, you guys.
Hashtag technology. Thank you, QueueTimes.
It just pops up in the thing. It's gonna be there for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna boop. And then that's.
Snoot
Did she just
Boop.
boop vote?
I just
Yeah,
booped.
she spooked one of our snoots. I don't know which one though.
She did.
I don't
give
feel
us the
booed.
digital.
I don't know. I thought that might just be Avrak's cold from last week. I don't know.
True.
Yeah, I booped one of your snoots, but hoops. Yeah, so it's just
my
gonna sit
snoot.
there for like 2 minutes until everybody votes. It's very exciting, and then it pops
You're
up.
demonstrating some GM favoritism over there.
It's true.
It was based on your speeches
It is a game. It
and
is
was awful.
and who I think best played into the theme.
a game of flaw and bias.
And and the GM is a tiebreaker in all things, so I get a vote. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so now, as the voting continues, we're gonna start with today. So today's episode it's in the screen as well. It's I'm gonna try to say this, but I'm real embarrassed, and so I'm gonna say it wrong. Le cauchemar.
It's good.
How would you say it?
Cauchemar?
Le cauchemar.
Yeah.
That is French for the nightmare. What? Today's theme, as chosen by Alcuin, also another thing of Hillfolk, because it is very much a player-integrated thing, is that after the first episode, the players start to decide the titles and themes and begin the sessions. So Alcuin was pulled up in the precedence order, and he decided that today's theme is guilt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yes!
yeah, so that's what we're going to get into. Also, for those of you just tuning in, something I didn't say, our village has 7 gods, the main goddess Morora, and then the 6 other gods, B. Dave, Alcuin, Poisel, Sam, Ash, and D'Artagnan. That was decided by chat. We didn't decide that.
And then we have the demigods, May, Alejandra, and Joseph.
Yes. Okay, so...
Long may they reign.
Long may they reign.
Long may they exist as abstract concepts that guide people's values.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a decision?
We have a decision. Oh, man. I don't even know how to... Whew. Okay, how many drama tokens do each of y'all have? I remember how many you have, Poisel. 1. You've got 2, you have 3, you have 2. Okay, so
Well,
that's...
for chat's sake, how many do you have, Poison?
4.
Right.
Because
So
I didn't
dramatic.
get nothing that I wanted last game.
Yeah. Usually also with Hillfolk drama tokens are you get rid of them at the end of each episode, but it was just their first session, so I let them keep it. So that's your tiebreaker. So our 2 bennies go to Alejandra and Sam.
Yes! Thank you.
I feel vindicated in my pre-show predictions.
Why not Zoidberg?
Okay.
Don't throw anything near me.
Nice.
Thank you.
So bennies are like drama tokens, but stronger.
more so.
You can do like way more weird, cool things. They're not weird, but they're cool. All right, so let's get going.
And they last between games.
And then you get to keep it forever. It's the biggest thing. So, let's get this party started.
Right.
Also, is you can now start playing bingo. Unfortunately, all of the things we checked before the game started didn't actually count.
What?
We basically were almost at bingo.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the one thing missing that had to happen to get bingo?
Oh,
So are you
needed-
playing bingo?
Yes.
What was the one thing
I
missing?
needed Fernway to leverage the fact that he was an elder. I was
He
just
did that in his intro.
Yeah. I had
He said,
bingo already.
I'm Fernway the Elder. Wow. Anyway,
That's
so...
more of a title than a leverage.
That's true. Okay, so bingo starts now for those of y'all playing.
All right. Starting over.
In no saying what you have to say for you to get bingo, by the way.
Yeah, that is literally.
Well, then how do you... Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I looked at the bingo, but I am not going to keep it in front of me because I'm
going to focus on
I want my bingo results to be genuine.
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
come
I didn't
from this.
read the card. I don't know. I don't know.
Dave and I are of a similar philosophy. Not
I
that
want that achievement.
Yeah, okay. You
I want to complete the subquest.
gotta get that Chivo.
Sam and Boisel are doing it for y'all. Okay.
I'm doing it for me. What are you talking about?
It's a personal fulfillment.
Oh, there was an ask about who the gods represent in chat,
Oh, yes.
which if everybody just wants to say what they
I mean, I have it right in front of me if you want me
yeah,
to
go
lay
ahead,
it down
read
real
it.
fast.
You are the elder, so
Of oral-
Sam was knowledge and written history. B-Dave is eloquence and oral storytelling. Ash was fire. Poisel was craft. D'Artagnan was music. And Alcuin was dreams. And the demigods of May is a muse. Alejandra is a forest spirit. And Joseph is a spirit of technology.
I should tack something on to that a little bit, not to be weirdly narcissistic, but since Sam is has a certain plot relevance as my character's grandpapa, which is in no way weird, but was also a person whom Fernve knew, like in actual life.
Yep.
And that is relevant to our game.
Yes,
Witness
Sam.
the events of Sam's ascension. Yes.
Sam ascended 40 years ago,
Was it 45, we said?
45 years ago,
And
when
both
Fahrenheit was
Jefton and
15.
Voice simultaneously. One of the few to call the gods and draw the bow.
All right, so Alcuin, set the scene for us.
Set the scene.
So as a reminder, we need to know the where and when and who. So where it is, and what. Where it is, when it is, because you can go in the past or the future.
Oh, we
or, yes. Who is in the scene and what the situation is. For instance, you could say, someone just came and burned our house down. that could be a scene setup.
Well, that's a good idea. I'll switch to that. No, this scene happens 6 months ago, and it's the night that Sigurd lost all of his horses. And in the scene are Sigurd himself. This is in a horse corral towards the edge of the village where Sigurd has brought down his horses from the north, and he's preparing them to be trained for the raiding party and all that sort of stuff. And in this scene, it's the middle of the night, and there's a forest to the edge, a small sort of copse of trees towards the edge of this horse corral. And Sorsha, you are there doing late night forest magic or whatnot, and you see Sigurd going one by one to the various horses that are in the corral.
So are you the petitioner in this scene?
I think it actually might be better if you're the petitioner in this scene, if that's okay.
Okay, so then what is Sorsha petitioning for in this scene?
Do I decide that, or does Sorsha decide that?
You decide, because you're calling the scene.
Okay. I guess you noticed, one thing that you remembered a lot about Sigurd since we were friends as children, is that Sigurd had a distinctive birthmark on his wrist. And you know that the Sigurd who is here now does not have that birthmark. And you want to ask me why that is.
So excited. Okay, all right. So we're in the stables, and you are checking the stables. And this is the night that. So is this after or before?
No.
Oh, this is before. Okay.
This is during.
Okay, but as the scene starts, the horses are fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sigurd!
He has a glazed look on his face, and you're close enough to him that he would definitely be able to hear you, but he's not reacting.
Sigurd!
You see that he's feeding what looks like a bundle of plants to each horse, but he's not even looking at the horses. He's just got this kind of glazed, faraway look in his eye. And he goes to each one and he feeds them these herbs and pats them on the head.
What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not... What is he feeding them? Sigurd,
Oh, is this a dream?
what are you doing out here? Why are you...
What are you doing in my dream?
You're not dreaming. Why are you feeding the horses clamthorn?
What? I don't even. Well, clamthorn. What's clamthorn?
It's poison. What are you doing? Sigurd,
I don't know. What are you talking about?
oh, okay. We need to do. You've already been feeding the horses. We have to find some oak and some elderberry, and or they're going to get very sick.
Okay, at this point, one of the horses in the distance you hear starts making a low moaning noise. Oh my god! And Sigurd looks over at them and is like, What's wrong? What's wrong with Argon?"
Oh my god. I think it's too late. Okay.
What?
We're gonna have to leave. We have to leave.
What is going on, Sorsha?
I don't know. Okay, we just have to leave.
But oh god, Argon looks sick.
It's too late. What have you done? What have you done?
I don't know. What did I do? I have no memory of it.
And Sorsha just takes Sigurd and they just run into the forest. As the horses start to fall.
Yeah. It's already hard enough for the people of this village that they'll exile me. I'll have nothing. You can't tell anybody about this. Please.
Sigurd, you have to pray to the gods. I don't understand why you would do this.
Maybe the gods made me do this. I didn't want to do this.
And Sorsha notices Sigurd's missing his birthmark.
Yeah, now you're totally sure. The Sigurd that you knew as a child had a light birthmark on his wrist, and there is nothing there.
I don't understand what's going on.
Well, I mean, you're the people in the village, like they respect your knowledge. Maybe you can say that some evil spirit did it or something, until we find out what's going on with me.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why I would do this.
Why should I say something? No one trusts me here, and you're asking me to lie for you. What did you do? What were you doing before? What was the last thing that you remember?
I remember setting up their hay and going to sleep.
Alquin.
We're supposed to start training them in the morning. There's supposed to be one for each of the raiders. This is my life. This was supposed to secure my position within the tribe.
You must go to Alquin's altar. You must ask him. You must get some guidance. Maybe something in your dream, something happened, and only the god knows. Go. You must go. Don't talk to me about this. We are not connected. And Sorsha runs. She runs the other direction and leaves.
As dawn is approaching, the raiders are heading up to the stable.
Okay.
To ready their horses.
I mean, at this point, I think I have taken Sorsha's advice, and I have gone to the particular part of the hearth where
this is in the distance. Just
okay.
in the distance, you all of a sudden hear the confusion, the shouting, a horn blows of warning as people are discovering what happened to these horses.
Okay. I'm praying at Alquin's altar, and I'm just like trying to stifle sobs.
Oh, wow. Okay. Starting it off deep.
Yikes.
So, question.
Yeah.
With these things, can we come into scenes that are already in progress, or can we
Yes.
only use them at the beginning? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can enter a scene. And the thing is, if you enter a scene and the caller is fine with it, it doesn't cost anything. You only have to use a drama token if the caller's like, I don't want you in my scene. And you'd be like, well, I'm in it. It's too bad. You have to say it just like that,
I
though.
would have made you pay, Fernway.
I just spent it.
Nobody rides for free.
Okay, so...
Nobody rides, period, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was 6 months ago. There was...
Also, Argon, really? You bastard! We see you!
Argon dies
I
first.
got that.
Oh, man.
I got you.
So, what was I going to say?
No, we'll love you.
So, Alejandra was established, or I should say, Sorcerer was established as an original petitioner by the caller. However, it does seem that you were petitioning hardcore. So, let's discuss what you guys feel like you got from that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, I think in a desperate situation, I tried to just sort of triage what I could. But yeah, I don't know what I guess. I mean, I wanted direct support and validation from Sorsha, but I don't think that she gave it to me. So.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think on some level you did.
Yeah. Don't tell.
Yeah. I
Don't
guess
tell's
that's part
kind of the
it.
central
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'll be ruined. Don't tell. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, ain't none of us know.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then do you feel like you
Thank
got...
him, Aurora.
Do you feel like the Sorcerer petitioned for anything and got it?
Oh, I don't. Let's see. Damn.
Yeah, I kind of blindsided you there with some new info. So. Sorry.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't feel like Sorcerer got any sort of clarity or reassurance so much as...
She's got further in her like situation. Like, great. Now I'm really like in this like bad situation. Like, why do I have to know your bad secret?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it probably furthers your own doubts about if I am who.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, and what the hell's going on? Yeah, so it's.
So yeah, I would say that you get a drama token from Alquin.
Ooh.
All right. Whew. Yeah. So again, Hillfolk is basically entirely improvised. We're doing narrative improv is what we're doing. We're all we've made up the setting together. We made up the characters together. We're making this all up as we go along. And sometimes it works out great. For instance, Sorsha is Alejandra's calling the next scene.
Oh.
Which is awesome. But I also want to put out to the chat, starting from like right now for the next couple of minutes, I will be taking requests from y'all because I have to call a scene at some point. If there's something specific you want to see between particular characters, pop it in the chat and maybe we'll see it. Okay, but Alejandra. When are we? Where are we? Who's there? And what's going on?
Okay, so this is 6. Okay.
And you can pop back to present
you
time.
can jump back to the present day or
that's
anywhere else you want,
You
or
can
even
go
farther
4
in the
years
future.
ago,
And I don't even have to be in it.
Yeah,
do you have
if
to be
you're not in it, you do have to play a drama token.
Okay.
But you don't
you
have
guys?
to be in it if you play a drama token.
Okay, what would happen?
That's known as the pot stirring.
Oh, so I spend these on shipping.
Yes.
Yes, the ship chip.
Got it. Ship chips. Perfect.
I would like to see Fernway and the voice.
Now kid.
Now,
Friends with bennies?
yeah.
Yeah, not only can you call a scene and not be in it with those, you get to decide who's petitioning whom and what's just happened prior. So you could just add shit to the story that wasn't there before.
Golly, okay.
That being said, it's your turn.
Yeah, cool.
so much pressure.
What?
No, it's not because you have so many other scenes. This is just one of many scenes. So
So
and you
many.
can control the story in so many other ways. So
Just like life.
just like life.
Oh, it'll be a simple scene where Source is just like taking a shower. Nothing happens.
No,
no conflict.
that's a no contest scene. So
There's gonna be a contest. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What has happened? What will happen? It is a. Let's see. So I'm thinking. I want to connect this.
I'm just reading the chat and just they're suggested. It's just
Is it good? Should I take it?
no. It's you don't. No, you have to.
Okay.
do
She's
it.
gonna call her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, think about your character's desires and or look at your fraught relationships, and easy peasy. You can just pick one of your fraught relationships and play that scene.
Okay.
The chat would like to know who is joining you in the shower.
That's comedy gold
Where's
right
Ship
there.
spent?
You know what? One of the gods.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's one of the gods. Right? Yeah.
Whoa. Or all of them.
It's true.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
So, you know what?
Out of
need a
body
bigger
experience.
I want, golly,
It's that second
feel a
shower.
little,
Is it possible to include more than one person in your scene?
yeah, you can include as many people as you want. You can include a crowd of people. You can
We
make
have
up
that throuple at the
NPCs to
end.
talk to.
oh gosh. Let's see. I would like to,
Rage.
oh yeah. You know what? I'm gonna play a token because Sosha's a little lost right now. So I'd rather see a scene between, let's see, Sigurd and Fenbay.
Yes, I was.
Yes, I was just thinking
thank
about
you.
that.
All right.
Okay, all right. When is this scene?
Oh, so this is present time. This is back to where we finished last week's episode. So this is 6
So this
months
is-
after this incident.
Okay, are we the day after the reveille? Are we a little bit later? What?
This is okay. The reveille. This is the day after the reveille.
Okay.
And Fenvey. Let's see. I'm trying to remember their relationship. I feel like
Shitty.
This is not good.
where's their shitty relationship?
Yeah, they're super shitty.
Fenvey has found. Let's see. Fenvey has found. Icon has, in his haste to leave the hearth,
There.
left a his
In their haste.
in their haste to leave the hearth, left a dropped a small satchel. And
It's hard because she's imagining young Tom Hiddleston.
That's Chris Hemsworth.
oh, I know. No.
All right.
Chris,
Oh.
excuse me, Chris Themsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, I love it.
Oh, that's great.
In their haste to leave the hearth.
And we're done. Yeah.
and it's young them Hiddleston.
Okay, all right. So
They left a small satchel that has fallen on the floor, and it has the symbol of the whisper on it. So it does belong to Icon, and Fenvey has picked it up, and inside is clamthorn, which he recognizes as a poison, and Sigurd immediately Sigurd happens to kind of stumble upon the scene as well.
And the scene is between Icon and
The scene is
Fernbay?
between Sigurd and Fenbay.
Okay.
If this makes sense.
But Icon was previously there and dropped
Previously,
a
and-
satchel, and I saw that. I saw that
Yes.
it originated from Icon.
Well, no, it's Icon's.
you recognize the clamthorn.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
And is this the night? Is this still the night of the reverie? Or
the
the
day
day
after the
after.
day
reveille.
after?
Okay.
So we're in the hearth where the shrine where the gods are.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
Well, you wouldn't be. So the hearth itself is a large oven, so you wouldn't be inside of it. You would unless
Hearth
you.
is this entire place.
No, this place is hearth. The hearth is in the center. It's very confusing.
in the Hearthland.
The Hearthlands.
Can I? Is it something that Fenbay he knows that the horses were poisoned with clamthorn, or it's still like we're not?
That's
quite
up
sure?
to y'all.
I think that's kind of up to him. to decide, I guess.
So I can leave it at that.
I'm actually going to say I don't know that the horses were poisoned because I very much believe the gods killed them. I think
Yeah.
I could have done something had I known.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's no, they ate something and that's why they dropped dead. I do not know that. I may be aware that this substance is poisonous. I am not aware that this substance killed the horses.
So we've both seen this pouch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This looks like Icon's pouch. Why would they leave this here? I mean, I can take it back to them. I mean, unless you think you'll see them sooner. Elder, are you paying attention?
This is a dangerous leaf. The tiniest bit ingested, even in a cut on the skin, could be very poisonous. I wonder, was the Whisper planning to use this on the raid, coat the weapons?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds kind of dishonorable. I don't know that we would really do that. Doesn't your daughter use this stuff? Maybe I should ask her about it.
Oh, no, please. You've spoken quite enough distortion. Do you know, just last night, I found her passed out in the street like a common drunk. I couldn't even wake her. I had to
Well, I
bring her
mean,
back
you're
here
her
to
father.
put her
I
to
feel like that has more to do with your responsibility than me and an unconnected third party.
Definitely unconnected. What are you even doing?
I mean, why are you complaining about your own parenting deficiencies to me?
Why am I talking to you at all? What are you even doing in here? Obviously, I think this might be the best place for you in the light of the seven, begging forgiveness. Because of you, all of us have to walk to the Riverlands on this raid coming up.
Well, that's what you always did before.
That's why we got the horses.
And that's why I brought the horses.
Well, it would be great if they were here now.
Yeah, it would be. It kind of makes me wonder what you or your daughter might have done to keep that from happening.
Maybe if someone had asked me, I could have...
What do you have against me? Why have you always hated me?
Maybe you should leave my daughter out of any discussions going forward, thank you. In fact, where is she now?
And I start to walk
Are you
away from him
threatening me?
looking for her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to respond to his?
I'm actually ignoring him, but I am very much like lumbering away with him. I'm very slow.
Easy to catch up and continue this conversation.
Right.
Can I holler at you?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Actually, I do know where I left Sorcia's body. I'm gonna go see if she's there.
Okay.
Because I did put her under the altar, and I did.
Oh no,
drop
I
her.
picked up on
Right.
it.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if she's there.
Like a common drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything to wake her.
So, I don't feel like either of you really got anything from that. Do either of y'all feel like you got something emotionally?
Oh, I got something emotionally, but it wasn't what I wanted.
But
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Did they grant it to you, or did you take it?
No, I just want to crack the kid in the head. No.
You're right to want to crack it.
No. In fact, I'm deeply concerned that the Whisper is using dishonorable methods. I feel a little dirty that Sigurd said the same thing, and I was forced to agree with him. Because if they're planning to poison the weapons, that's not our way. So I'm worried about that. But I do think the place they got the poisonous herbs was probably from Sorcia. Because there's a short list of people that would know what this is, and that list is us. That's what I'm looking for Sorcia now.
Okay, that was a very deep manipulative little scene there.
If I could just say one, I would like to add a detail to this.
Okay.
That I don't know if I have to spend a token for it. Even though this is the next day, I would say Timothy has reported to Sigurd
Okay.
that I've already gone through, because I left at the end of the last scene to go and start preparing the healing ointments for the raids. Mm-hmm. I had to throw out a big batch because something was wrong, and I was very upset about it.
Okay. So Timothy has reported that to me.
Yeah.
And
Basically, I messed it up.
And I listen, stroking my beard.
That the healing.
And thinking.
I did it wrong.
Something. Oh, you did it wrong.
I did it wrong. I knew I did it wrong, but I was forced to start over, and it's kind of like it's not a mistake I should make.
You caught
so
it at the
it
QC
wasn't that
stage.
they were tampered with. It was that you
I
made
did
a
it
mistake.
wrong. I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Hold on, but you made a mistake for the horses.
No, what I was making, because for the upcoming
ointment
battle,
for the
I'm
raid.
making healing ointment for the soldiers, and I made it wrong. And I had to dump it all out and start over again, which is basically a costly mistake that I was frustrated, like spitting and mumbling to myself, cursing about, that Timothy would have overheard, spying on me.
Ooh,
Yes.
someone's losing their touch. And then the drama token. Do I put that back in the drama token jar?
That one goes in the kitty.
Such colorful language in the terminology of this.
Goes inside of the cat.
Kitty high five. I've had kitty high five stuck in my head for 2 days now.
Okay, so
So no, I didn't get what I wanted.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
yeah, I think that you
can't
probably
always
accomplished
get-
at least part of what you were trying to do, but I don't know that it was made aware in that scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you cast some shade and they picked up on it, but I don't know that emotionally they made.
Yeah, it's hard with a lot of these times when you ask me, because it's like, did I sow some weird seeds of malicious doubt in this scene? Yes. Did I accomplish directly what I want? I mean, it's like...
But did you get on the way to what you want?
Yeah.
It's the small steps.
Which, I mean, maybe the way is to deflect.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was pretty successful, I think, in deflecting.
Yeah.
Well, I want Sigurd to repent, and I'm quite clear on the fact that he has not done that.
Okay. Well then. Yeah, I think B Dave gets a Benny.
Okay. Or
Not
a
Benny,
token?
Sorry, I keep doing that. Drama token.
Thank you. But I don't get it from him as such, do I?
Yeah.
You do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
You
have taken my token this time, Fernway.
All right. So now it's my turn.
Were you the one? Were you the next in the?
So here is the scene I am calling, and this is taken from one of the things from the chat, which is this is going to be a scene between. This is we'll just say it's going to push it ahead a bit. It's been like 3 days. We're 3 days away from the raid. So folks are prepping, things are happening, whatnot. This is the first raid that you will have gone on without, or not you, but Sigurd will have gone on without Icon, and you're feeling a little. Sigurd is feeling maybe a little insecure.
Why is Icon not on this raid? Because they're a whisper.
Yeah,
They're
the
Whisper
Whisper
now.
just run the town while we're out of town.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Whisper does not raid. The Whisper gives predictions before the raiding party goes out, but then stays with the town because the chieftain is gone. So they're prepping for the raid, feeling maybe a little insecure. You have by this time noticed that Icon has started wearing that necklace again, and so you're.
Oh no, I don't have. I have a little tiny stub of the horn because most of the horn burnt.
Okay, well, I'll just say that you've
You've seen the token.
You've seen the token at some point. You've somehow seen that they. Still
And I know it's from Avrak?
You know what it is, yes.
Okay.
So you're confronting them in this scene and trying to convince them to give it up, because you feel like by them taking it, they're like holding on to something that isn't.
Yeah.
I
Does that
see
make
you,
sense?
chat. I see you.
And I'm going to say that Sorsha may or may not be astrally projecting nearby.
Oh.
Just because you can always see Sarsha from the astral projection doesn't mean she's going to be in your eye line. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, you can still hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hide inside of
Because
things.
their Icon is in the scene. It is between Icon and Sigurd. Or Sigurd.
It's Icon and Sigurd. So I'll say that where we are is where would you as the Whisper be helping to prep?
I'm
Your duties as the Whisper are to make predictions for the raid, but where would Icon be?
Icon is in their hut, their space. I'm gonna say Sigurd is entering their hut,
Okay.
and Icon is in there reading, doing things with some herbs and like prepping some things for after the raid and trying to do some more reading on things that they're trying to learn more about.
Okay.
And essentially like in busy work kind of stuff.
Okay. So previous to this, you were in the Longhouse, in the Scout Longhouse, but 2 months ago when you became the Whisper, you moved to the Whisper's hut.
Yeah.
So this was up until 2 months ago, Kailei's hut. It is now yours.
Yeah.
Have you made it a home?
A little bit. It's still. It's been a couple months now, so there are. It's a little bit more lived in, a little bit more icon-y.
Okay.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And above the bed, it's similar to the chieftain's hut. There are symbols of the gods throughout this hut. You know, above the hearth, there's symbols of Aurora and Ash. Above the bed, there's symbols of Alcuin, etc., etc.
Oh, Alcuin's the god of the bed.
He's a god of dreams. But you've added something above the bed. What is it?
Oh, sorry.
There is some small like carvings that are in progress that are starting that it's not yet completed, but it looks like it is carvings of the wind and the sky, like a movement of the sky and like winds and clouds.
Okay.
Yeah. You would know from conversations in the past, Sigurd, that Icon feels like there is some sort of deficit in the gods, in that there's no one god has dominion over the weather. Like the weather is kind of amorphously attributed to different gods at different times, but Icon feels that like there's something there that is not yet explored.
Okay.
All right, cool. And I'm just going to add that this piece above the bed has progressed a lot farther since the last 2 months. This was something that they started while y'all were in the Longhouse.
Yeah.
And it's progressed a lot farther. And the fact that it has progressed so far means something to you that you can introduce in scene.
Yeah.
But there's some underlying that's representative of something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh. Those conversations started as a conversation originally between Avrak and Icon.
Yeah. All right, so Sigurd is looking at this piece, this carving. He says, "Wow, it's interesting. I mean, this is going to be very, very good for Avrak's legacy." And I point out multiple figures in it. That one looks like Avrak. That shredded one right there, that's clearly Avrak.
What are you talking about? This is just.
I mean,
We've talked about this. This is the. There's something out there. I think whoever's next is. Whoever's next is the wind.
how come I'm not in here? None of these guys look like me.
There's nobody in here that's not.
That is clearly an Avrak right there, as is that one.
I don't know what you're talking about. These are just abstract representations of people. These are just because they're strong.
This is a vision that the gods are giving you. This is not coming from your own creativity.
No, this is.
Listen, if you want to be with Avrak, go ahead.
What?
You know that our relationship was always just of convenience anyway, right?
Sigurd, what's wrong? Why?
I don't know. I just feel like we don't have as much in common anymore. And if we can't go on raids together, like what point is there to us even having a relationship? I mean, you've obviously got a lot of responsibility now, and I don't want to get in your way of your art and your spirituality.
Okay, that's uncalled for, and that's. I have responsibilities to everyone in the village, and I had to give things up to fulfill this.
Like what?
Like raiding.
Like our relationship?
No. I'm not trying to give up our relationship.
I mean, I don't want to either.
I don't.
I'm sorry I said that stuff. I don't know. I get angry sometimes, and it's not like
You do. You've been getting very angry. What's been going on? I mean, ever since. Well,
for so long Fernway was saying that my horse's dying was because of the gods, which I hope you don't think is true. And then, I've asked Sorsha about maybe it being something natural, some natural phenomena that we just don't know about yet. That may not even be related to the gods. Just knowledge we don't have yet.
well, Sorsha seems to have a lot of.
But what if it's somebody who's secretly trying to sabotage me? What if someone poisoned my horses? How would I find that out?
Well, do you think they were poisoned?
I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to learn as much as I can, and I certainly don't have, your gift for it or Sorsha's, but I've been trying to learn something about plants, and I found this plant called clamwort, which has been described to me as something that could have had the effects that it did on my horses.
Well,
So the question is, like...
Clamthorn is poisonous. It's got, I don't know, the voice was telling me about that plant. It's got other uses, too.
Yeah. And I pull out the bag with Icon's symbol on it of clamwort, and I present it to
It
them.
is Clamthorn.
Clamthorn, sorry. And
I
go,
love that Sigurd gets it wrong, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I have the bag. How to get it from me?
Oh, I thought I had it.
I thought you gave it to Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Yeah, I found
yeah, you're
it.
right.
No, I have the bag.
Okay, forget it then.
Right.
Unless you've stolen it back from him in the last 3 days.
That's a clue.
Yeah, I think I
Throw that in
could.
there.
I think
You're
as
that flavor of garbage.
I am that flavor of garbage.
I need to veto that because I need the bag.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If it's that important.
Right.
No, but that's the thing is I wouldn't have anything tying it to Icon unless I had it. So I'll have to skip over that.
You did see it.
So let's rewind back to that step a moment and say, geez. I mean, there are very few people who know what clamwort is.
Clamthorn.
Clamthorn.
It's,
like you, for example.
yeah, well, I only learned about it recently since I became Voice.
Oh, who'd you learn about it from?
Well, since I became the Whisperer, I learned about it from the Voice, and it is poisonous. Yeah, it's very dangerous. I have some around here somewhere, but it's also used in very, very small amounts with some bark from a tree and a little bit of mushroom. You grind it and you mix it with the oils from a certain frog, and that's I don't know. Forget I told you any of this, but it's
Is this like secret knowledge that only the Whisperer or the Voice would have?
Yeah, well, that recipe, I guess, because you don't know the measurements, but it's how it's the tattoos.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of very old school and barbaric, but we don't do that up north. But I mean,
Well, I'm getting more of them.
yeah. And I mean, I confess I do think they look really cool. I think you look great with them. But yeah, it's just not for me though. But I mean, can you help me? Can you help me try to find out who else would know about this stuff?
Yeah, sure. I can look into that.
I mean, because if we can prove it was a person who,
you gotta help me though.
okay.
Yeah, where?
You know,
where
I live to
think,
serve.
Where do you think would look good for my next tattoo?
Oh, I was thinking maybe like a big like Futhark rune. You don't have a Futhark yet, do you?
No, but I was thinking some little like things down here, not by my hips.
Oh, that'd be sexy.
And Icon's gonna proceed to like fade this to black.
But I mean, yeah. Okay.
Hey.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying to
Alright.
move past
Cool.
the the conflict there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
distract Sigurd.
I am only too happy to have it be shelved.
It's the world's oldest trick there.
Okay.
You're like, are you still mad?
Are you still mad now?
So we didn't actually resolve the initial petition.
I feel like we do a lot of that.
Yeah. So
Scenes go different places than we anticipated when we rolled.
I mean,
it.
I love all these scenes. They've been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They're
But
moving things forward
And I
in
was still
interesting
there.
ways that I'm aware of.
Sorsha
Saw
witnessed.
things.
Sorsha's still gonna see
Witnessing.
it all.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess your petition also changed then because it became more about help with the
Detective work.
yeah.
Maybe.
I will
I
say
have a
moving
one-track
forward, you
mind.
should probably try to stick with. If you are the petitioner, you should stick with your initial petition because technically the scene ends when that petition is resolved.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm messing up the mechanics here.
No, it is. I mean,
we can
it's
Punch
also
these rules harder. Come on.
it's weird to throw mechanics on storytelling.
Yeah.
But that's what the game is.
Yeah.
So,
Structure.
I respect the structure.
yeah.
We can continue the scene as like after
The morning after.
or pillow talk.
Pillow
or whatever, if you
talk.
want that.
Yeah.
We decided to keep it relatively PG.
But
Eight
like, let's
minutes
just pick out.
after.
Let's
Let,
just,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
let
do that.
Chad decide who the
Yeah,
little
how
spoon
long
is.
does Sorsha?
we fade back in.
Oh my.
We both
There
know
is that
Sorsha
thing.
watches it all.
No, but like really.
Yeah, no, like
I'm like
really.
idly curious. Is there a part of because if there's a part of the conversation you missed by leaving too early, or conversely, like is Sorsha?
I think Sorsha was there and she was looking in. So Icon had no idea she was there, and I was I'm looking through the window, and I can assuming they have glass windows.
We might have like animal skin, like
Yeah.
parchment.
I'm peeking through the animal parchment, and I've seen and I understand the relationship now between Sigurd and Icon, and that there has been there are some ties, some strong ties, and now I also understand that Icon has had Clamthorn, and possibly that's where Sigurd got it 6 months ago, and that Kyle, who I forgot who was my nemesis, also understands what Clamthorn is, and that perhaps I'm looking at her as, maybe she doesn't have our best interests. So now the seeds have been planted that I don't trust the whisper or the voice right now.
Does Sorsha suspect at all the fact that Sigurd is talking about what happened to his horses as though he has no idea?
Oh yeah. And there's that, and then
And also, he's lying.
yeah, he's lying.
Also, he's
Sigurd's lying.
You don't know when my fugue state ended.
So Sigurd's lying because he knows. So Sigurd's trying to throw me under the bus, but I'm also thinking that, well, they had this emotional tie, so maybe maybe he was put under a trance by Icon, by Kai. There's a lot more going on here. There's so much going on here. So I was just like, what? And then once they start getting hot and heavy, I just like roll my eyes like, oh, these two, because I can't get any. And I'm like, ew. So I leave right as everything's getting good. I'm like, man. That's
Okay,
I
so
stop
then-
off to my tree.
Then we'll just really quickly say, after the blackout, did you guys bone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that yes?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give Alquin a token. And
A token to Bone Town.
A chip. A chip ship.
it's a ship. Sam.
Perfect. Awesome. I'm calling a scene between Avrak and Sorsha.
Okay, drop a token in the kitty.
Why?
I thought that was only if it was someone outside of.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
calling
I'm
for
sorry.
me,
You
not
said
for... Did you get Icon and Avrak? Yep. Yep. It's valid.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Super
cool,
valid.
cool.
Totally
You were
valid.
just being really good in talking in third person about your character because you are not your character and I wasn't. I was like, they're not saying themselves.
Oh, what? Like I don't look like Chris Dunsworth? Excuse you?
Okay, so when are we? Where are we?
Yeah. Let's see. It is the night before that scene. So
we're
2
jumping
days. Yeah, jumping back 1 day. T-minus 4 days till raid.
Okay.
At night, and I will petition.
Okay, cool. Let's see it. Where are we? Did we establish where exactly?
Is there a particular place where Avrak might find Sorsha, like, in the evening? Like, what's her habit?
Probably involves trees.
Frolicking.
Trees. I'm collecting certain herbs under the moonlight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a waning moon.
It's still bright.
Give
It's
us
only
one to have.
3 days after the.
It's bright.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Sorsha,
Avrak.
can you help me?
Of course. What's wrong?
I haven't been sleeping. And I'm worried about how the raid's gonna go if I can't sleep, and I have nightmares.
Well, those are just nerves. Here's some kettle bush and some lavender, and we can make it into a tea. And you're just nervous. You're a leader. It's normal.
I got these way before I became a leader. I've had them years. The fire dreams.
Fire dreams.
Yeah, there was just a small kitchen fire when I was a little kid, and I've been a little nervous around fire ever since, and I don't tell people because that's 2 steps from heresy. But whenever I have nightmares, there's usually fire, and the whisper, well, I guess she's the voice now, used to help me with that. She was a learned in the ways of Alcuin, an oniromancer. Did I say that wrong?
No, that's perfect.
It's just you laughed, so...
Well, I just never would have thought you would have had a weakness. I mean, I've seen you with a cold, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just what makes you mortal for now.
I should be going to Icon like I used to go to her. All of that is weird, and, you see me when I've sprained a wrist and gotten a cold. I thought maybe I'd ask.
Of course. Here, come into my home. Here, I have some.
Sure,
Yeah. So, I'll pull aside a animal skin, and we enter my nice little.
Oh,
tree
this is
sanctum.
so warm.
Yeah.
Do you still live with your father?
No, I live by myself in a tree.
In a tree. Nice. Tree.
Oh,
Like the shirt
there's probably the ladder for it. Like, is this like a treehouse? What kind of situation?
Well,
is
it's
this?
like at the bottom of a tree, so there's like a
Inside.
door, so we're like kind of in the roots, So I've had trees. It's a very big tree.
So when I notice it's warm, I shrug off the fur cloak I have, and I sort of reach back out around the door and hang it on the stump of a branch right outside as like a coat hook, because it's actually really nice and warm in here.
Here, I have some salve, and this will help to relax you. So then I start putting some salve on Chris Themsworth's shoulders, on Avrock's shoulders, and then. Perhaps if we, if you
got
make
way more interested.
if you make a certain offering to Ash, and she can relieve you of the fires because her fires are comforting. They aren't supposed to be dangerous, not to you. So we can perhaps leave something at her altar, and perhaps and some rose petals for Alquin, and he can give you some sweet dreams before the raid.
I always made my sacrifices to Alcuin. I really never thought Ash. That is logical in ways that I did not think of. Is this gonna give me the strange dreams too? Not the nightmares. With the oniromancery.
This is just to...
That always happened when she did that.
Yeah, Kyle, she had a different way of working with herbs that I don't really approve of.
No, you have the forest magic.
Thank you. Thank you. No one really understands that, but she...
Well, you do.
Thank you. Yes, I am... No, this is different. This is nothing like what you've gotten from her. Please, lay down. Relax. You're here.
Sure, yeah.
You know, just, how about if I make you some tea?
That would be lovely.
All right. Perhaps some juniper bush.
I am super here for juniper bush.
Perfect. And then Sorsha begins to add some juniper to the kettle, and a little of some fairy tears, which inspire lust and affection.
Are you roofing?
You're roofing Evrak,
more.
yeah.
Just suggestion. Just opens one up like marijuana. George is really gonna stir it, cook it up. I'm gonna have some too.
All right.
It's just really open with some slightly psychedelic effects in a very good warm.
Like low-key Molly kind of thing happening.
Like Molly.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Plant sacraments in a purely fictitious sense.
I think I got my petition granted, so I think this can be a fade to black.
I was going to see if I can interrupt this scene. I have a lot of drama tokens.
Yeah, I was going to pay to try to jump somebody else in, but as long as it starts to go crazy.
I'm here for it, and I have laid in the plot elements that I really wanted to get done.
I'm going to
So do they have to pay to enter, or are you allowing it?
Given that you're interrupting, I'm gonna make you pay for it. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Can I at least pass the tea?
Absolutely. I'm just
Make sure to drink all of it.
absolutely.
Every
I
last
completely
drop.
trust.
And so you hear footsteps coming up from outside.
I knock it back. Avrock.
And as a reminder, this is the day before the last scene you were just in. Okay.
Is someone outside?
Oh, hey, Sorsha. Are you, I need some advice from you.
Can I give you advice tomorrow?
No, but how's the collaboration between the two of you going?
Avrock. This is Avrock's coat outside the door. I'll, peek my head inside.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
They're fine.
You're fine?
Yeah. How are things with you?
Oh, things are great. I was coming to ask if you had seen anything. I was going to just confer with Sorsha about the raid coming up.
Well, I've yet to seek the counsel of the trees and the spirits for any more details regarding the raid. And,
Well, but that is the highest priority. So if you guys need to get to work,
no, it's fine.
I totally
we can do it in an hour.
understand
No, I can do this in an hour. It's fine. He's there. They've had tea. Let's
sorry.
take a break.
You have tea?
Oh. And then can Icon take my tea and take it all back?
That's up to Icon.
But do you hand me your tea?
No. Oh, I didn't make enough. And I'm all out.
Oh.
You'll just have to come back tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll come and see you tomorrow.
Perfect.
All right. Then, if you need to commune with the forest spirits, thank you.
No.
Thank you so much for your help.
It's fine. No, I can talk to them whenever I want.
absolutely.
They don't. We didn't set a schedule.
I don't know how quick that's gonna.
No,
kick in,
it's,
but thank you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no,
I
great.
give you a hug and kiss the top of your head.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I know you've
Hey,
done
where are you heading?
way worse with everybody
Can I
else.
walk you somewhere?
Yeah, I'm heading back.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that anyone who uses a love potion in the story never gets to reap those benefits.
Oh yeah.
Toss it out the window.
And fade to black if both of you would give Alejandro a drama token.
Despite you ostensibly. So, I have a follow-up question, Icon.
Yes. Answer.
Did we bone? Because I had the tea.
Yes.
And I was like, we walk out together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, chronologically, chaotic bisexual at work.
And it makes sense why Sorcerer is so frustrated and eye-rolling at these two.
It does also contextualize when you were watching that scene that you know that Kylea is a skilled Oniromancer.
Follow-up to the follow-up. Do you astral project and follow to see what they do, or do you stay in the tree?
Ain't watching that. No.
No, you got forest magic to commune with for a raid.
Important work.
I also love that Icon is full on just being like, hey, do you want to do my job? That's cool. Let's go.
This is the birth of mansplaining in the Iron Age. Yes, this is it.
All right, translating.
I love to Saffron.
Oh, man.
All right.
So
Icon
rich
does
and
get all the
sad.
sex chat. That is true. So, Fernvey, what are we watching next?
No, it's...
So, I guess what...
Who are you into?
I know.
The gods.
And as a reminder, y'all can introduce any number of NPCs at any time.
Yep.
No, this is
Chat
Short-
didn't win it to fade to black.
shortly.
Y'all nasty.
2 days.
Give me that raunch.
Yeah, apparently every week the theme is thirst. Yeah. The 2 days before the raid, when Sorcia was astrally projecting and watching Sigurd and Icon.
3 days.
This was it 3 days.
Yeah.
No,
3
what
days.
you just had
Ours was 2
3
days.
Well,
No,
yours
yours
was
was before.
14.
Oh, yeah, ours was 4 days before. Yours was
Right.
3 days before.
T-3.
When Sorcia's returning to her body from that, she comes to and she is soaking wet. And I'm standing there scowling because I've thrown water on her and she didn't wake up.
Oh, so this is
In
right after
your
the-
tree.
Yeah.
No, the next day after Sigurd and Icon.
Yeah,
So,
no, gotcha.
so I've left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Morning, T-2.
Yes. So when you come back to your body,
After us.
yes.
And I'm in, so you're in my house.
I'm in your house. And you are soaking wet, and I'm standing over you, very disapproving.
Are you the petitioner in this scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm like,
Finally found your way back out of your cups, huh?
No, what did you do?
Trying to wake you and keep finding you like this.
What do you want to know?
I look along the shelf, and I see jars of various plants that just untreated would be very detrimental and very poisonous. You have recipes where they can be used for very valid things, but it's like mushrooms. If you ate it, it would kill you. But if you treat it properly, actually, it will like it's medicinal. I'm like,
Do you know how dangerous these things are?
Of course I do. It just depends how you use them. I'm not an idiot. You raised me.
I throw the bag down, Icon's bag with the with the clam thorn, so it all spills out.
I'm like, yes, I raised you. Why didn't you listen to anything I tried to teach you? What's the meaning of this?
What are you talking about? That's not mine.
Where else would they have gotten it?
The woods? I didn't give him clamthorn.
Why would they have it? Why would they have this poisonous weed?
Things are starting to come together that before I wouldn't have understood or believed, but after hearing some events from last night, are you ready for me to maybe to pull the wool off of your eyes? That's even the right saying. That maybe your precious whisper isn't so perfect or so innocent.
They're very young and need help walking the path of the gods. Yes, they need assistance, as all of us do need help walking the path. This is what all of you young people,
And I swing the hammer around and actually knock some of her stuff around, being dramatic. I don't mean to do it.
Oh, God, you old, stupid man.
The path to the island is well worn. What is this? What is with all of you?
Maybe your ideas are so antiquated that you don't understand the world we live in. This is our world. There are things going on now, and you keep looking to the gods, and they've turned their back on you. They are not talking to you. Do you know what poisoned the horses? Do you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you how they died and it wasn't the gods? Well, I'm not quite sure, but I can tell you. I can tell you what happened. Maybe it was I don't know. They were poisoned by clamthorn, and Sigurd is the one that gave the clamthorn to the horses.
That northern rat poisoned our horses? Why?
I don't know, and I don't trust him, but I saw him, and I stumbled upon him, but something's wrong. He was in a trance. He doesn't even have the birthmark that I knew. How do you lose a birthmark? It wasn't him, but he was giving the clamthorn to the horses, and clamthorn that I know he calls it clamwort. He wouldn't even know to identify. And who would he have gotten it from? Not me, not you, Kylea, or your whisper.
I put the hammer down when she tells me this, and I grab your shoulder, but gently, like more gently than you're not used to me actually treating you. And I'm like,
My child, the things you're saying, you cannot say. You cannot say you witnessed the murder of the horses and blame the voice. These must not be spoken.
But maybe they chose the wrong one. Something is wrong. Something, the voice or the whispers, they're turning against us. Why would they killed our horses through Sigurd? I don't understand that. There's a connection between Sigurd and Icon. I don't know if they're using him. I don't understand.
It's a test. It's a test.
and I pick my walking stick back up.
I'm like, I have a simple solution. We'll do it my way, the old ways. I know you're not a fan of them, but there's a simple test we would apply when I was a boy. If the gods are working through Sigurd, then they will protect him. And I won't be able to kill him.
And I turn to leave the tree.
Oh, and we're exactly at 1:30 right now. Can we go to break on that?
What an amazing time for a break! And that was our final scene for that round. Yes.
Seamless.
Oh no, you're right there. You're
You
right.
didn't
Yeah,
call one?
I'm like, I haven't called a scene.
Oh.
But
You'll get it.
You already
we'll be
got
back,
some.
Really good.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I thought it was the last one too. I wore my sexy underwear on purpose, and I really think I'm getting upset about the fact that I don't get to show any of that when we're streaming.
Welcome back. Hi, hello. If you're just tuning in, this is the Uncommon Trust presents Hillfolk, a mini campaign GM'd by myself. For other Uncommon Trust presents, it will be other games with other GMs and other guests. Today our guest is Alejandra. You're tuning into her mother's watching. Hi!
Hello.
I miss you.
Her mom's really cool. So welcome back to Alejandra and the Uncommon Trust.
Yes.
Yeah. So, right before we went to break, we Fair and Vey went off with the intention to kill Sigurd. But now coming back, first I want to remind you there's a giveaway at the end. Whomever is still in chat is eligible for a Void merch giveaway. Void merch like the shirts. Let me do this without messing up my mic. Okay, cool. So
That shirt in particular is incredibly apropos today.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I did.
Yes.
We know what we did.
Right.
Yeah, of my Void merch shirts, of which I have multiple. Thank you.
But not enough, Jordan.
Never
not
enough.
enough.
Never enough.
Never.
I did specifically say listen. Okay.
I almost wore that one.
I think everyone's are pretty great though.
Yeah, I thought mine was topical as
I was
well.
like, well, this one's always on point for me.
That's like an Ash and Alquin shirt.
Yeah.
Which, in context of my scene, even better.
Yes. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna jump right back in, hoping to basically finish off this round with Poisel's scene, and then maybe get through one more round before we do the giveaway. It's very exciting. As a reminder, the theme of today's episode is guilt, and the name of it is Le Cauchemar. Probably saying that terribly, which means French for the nightmare. So, Poisel,
Yes.
where are we? When are we? And who's
Bingo!
You got bingo?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Peter just drank coffee.
I think, there it was.
Yeah, B Davis coffee now.
I had coffee, although I still feel like we shouldn't be allowed to bingo because we can rig the results. Like,
Bingo!
You're just sore because they got bingo
BJ
before you.
drinks
is what it is.
coffee. Someone is asked to keep a secret. A joke is made and someone says that the game is over before it is. Chat gets called out for something you say.
Yep.
Bingo!
Unfortunately,
And what
bingo
did they
cards
win?
have reset after the break. We have brand new bingo cards, but I'll give it to you.
I think that's unfair.
I was about to say,
Sam made bingo.
I'm glad we went with bingo and not a drinking game because we'd have killed you all.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody need to drop the
Oh, yes,
beverage?
please.
Drop an ice.
Yep.
Drop a cue.
No.
All right.
Break the
like
ice.
So that was the Uncommon Trust presents bingo.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Where everybody's a winner.
Poisel, when are we? Is what I'm going to say first.
Oh, okay. I really wanted this scene to kind of establish some history, so I'm gonna go back.
Flashback.
Flashback. 6. No, this is probably like a couple years ago.
So 2 years ago.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is like young, early raids of Icon and Avrak.
Okay. So are y'all on a raid right now?
Yes.
Where in the process of that raid? Like, are we about to go in? Is it like the camp in the belt the night before? Is it right
this
after?
Is right before. This is the night before.
Nice.
The night before a raid. So you're in the Southlands prepping to go on a raid. Or is this mid-travel?
Mid-travel.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the night
In the
before.
belt or the trident, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, which one did you go to?
We went on a raid.
Okay, sorry. I'm like, we're like 10 inches you on a map in a world anvil.
We're in the belt.
Okay, all right.
Oh my. Yep.
So heading towards the ocean. So per that map, it's about, were you walking? About 8 hours of walk?
But yeah,
So-
and we're pre-Sigurd, so
Yeah.
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 I don't know if
I'm
I
still
can do
living in the
anything to help
Northlands at
Chad.
that point.
I'm just, I don't know that that's helping, but I tried, Chad. I tried.
I can't tell. It's a delay. Oh, here we go. Now I get to in delayed. It's all white. It's just very white.
Well,
true.
we can take a photo
That's a
later
shame.
and
Yeah.
post it.
That is what Iron Age Europe looked like, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Okay. I can drop it in the Discord probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically, this is you guys are mid travel. It's the night before the raid. Sure.
And who's the petitioner? And what are they petitioning
I think we are. I mean, the setup of the relationship between our characters at this point is we are not the closest yet.
for? Okay.
Or it's on that
There's a
that
frisson?
edge. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And so I guess I will be the petitioner in this.
Okay.
Okay. And whereabouts is this happening?
It's the camp. It's night. It's like the raid is going to happen. We still have some travel. Like we have further to go, so we have like another day. So this is like the camp. Like we are just the raiders are just camping for the night.
Well, you guys would be the scouts, so you've gone ahead.
Yeah.
While you're waiting for those with the carts and whatnot to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you
we're-
right now, Avrak is stress lifting,
Yeah, we're young and fleet of foot.
Okay. Cool.
though neither of us the Fleetfoot.
You may begin.
Wow. This is. Are you as nerve? Oh yeah. This is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, feeling all right?
Oh. Yeah. I'm feeling so great.
Huh?
So tomorrow, there's gonna be fighting, yeah?
It's a raid, my friend.
Yeah.
Fires the blood. So excited. We finally get to prove ourselves.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
There's a bit of a hide pack a ways off, and Avrak picks up a longbow and is just test firing to find the bow they might want to use for a raid. You can see that they're fairly heavy bows.
Yeah.
Not the
Wow.
heaviest, but
Yeah.
getting there.
So, bows, huh?
I'm getting a taste for them. I'm still here to take folks to the mall, but
Man.
I thought I might start trying my hand at ranged. How about you?
Oh no, I no desire for it. I mean, if you get good at the bow, it shows something, you know? Like,
It shows what we at the hearth have that none of them do.
well, I mean, if you're the best, I mean, then
Who of us you think's gonna do that someday?
not me. I don't want any. I just want to raid. I really just want to. I don't know. But like, it's so stressful, you know, being a leader. I don't think I could do it.
Well, only one of us will have to, I guess. I don't know. I always thought it would go to Palak, but we'll see.
Well, Palak is. Have you seen Palak? Oh,
She's so strong.
I know. I mean,
And she is favoring the longbow.
she does favor the longbow.
I mean,
I
who doesn't
mean,
favor a longbow now and again?
That's yeah. Who doesn't favor a longbow now and again? I'm really nervous about tomorrow.
Good you're saying it out loud. I'm nervous too. We all have different ways of it.
I'm just scared.
What scares you?
Dying.
You die with glory. That's got
No,
something going
but-
for it.
I'm just, they're gonna, if I die, I haven't done anything, they're gonna forget me. I'm not anybody.
None of us is anybody yet. But, well, I think you're pretty memorable.
Well, I'm no Avrak. What was your old?
True strike.
I'm no Avrak True Strike.
Hey, and none of us is an icon Bright Eyes.
This is just, I was just born with these. Like,
Not Maybelline.
I should say so.
well, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
If something happens tomorrow, just don't forget me.
Put down the bow. Go over to where you're sitting. Put a hand on her cheek. No one's gonna forget you, Icon. Now, do I get to ask my thing?
Yeah.
All right. We get the hang of these longbows together because if you're afraid of getting hurt out there, you're safer at range. And
True.
I'm sure Palak has it on lock, but
Palak.
On Palak.
but one of these days,
I'm gonna say, Icon picks up one of the heavier bows and pulls it back and struggles a little bit, but pulls it, and then the string snaps.
whoa, okay, easy. All right, that's the bow's fault. That's the good news.
Oh,
Here, try this one.
and they'll
This is the right height for you anyway.
try it
Stand
out.
up straight. Yeah, I'm gonna elbow higher.
Okay.
I'll help with the framing.
And I'll lean into it.
Yep.
Yeah, this feels nice.
Yeah. Put those bright eyes to work.
As you continue practicing with the bow, you hear someone come up upon you, and it is, they call out, "Oh yeah!" It's you turn and it's Pollock. They've come to met up with you. She is maybe about, at this point, 25, 26. Very broad shoulders, very she looks like a young, I forgot her name, the blonde from the Game of Thrones.
Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes, she's a young Gwendolyn Christie, and she approaches you. You can't just say things like that.
Gwendolyn Christie is the young Gwendolyn Christie.
Younger. Yeah, it's like 25, 26. I think she's a bit more mature currently. So, she approaches. Practicing the bow. Don't get too good. Nah.
Why?
How are we looking? Are we good for tomorrow?
Yeah, found a right height for bright eyes over here.
That's great. I meant, are we good for the raid?
I hold the longbow up next to Icon, like, we found the right height for bright eyes. Like, what were you talking about? Yeah, we're set.
I just meant as the way clear. I'm glad you found a bow that you can use. It would probably be good on this one to keep you back.
Yeah,
bit.
it should be good. It's gonna be a little tough. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Good. That'll be good. They'll want to stay in more. The chief will
You look up and the sky's clear.
she trusts you
Yeah.
at this point. The chief will be joining us shortly. How have you been? And she reaches out and does like a warrior.
I've been doing good. I've been practicing this bow. I think it's the mall tomorrow.
How's the tension going? You had soreness in your joints. Is it better?
It is. You know, I talked to Fenve and he had good words.
Okay. All right. Well, we should get some sleep. We've got a big day tomorrow. Welcome again.
Oh yeah.
It's good to have you here. One who knows the weather is always a welcome change.
All right.
She leaves.
Sleep hard, raid hard.
Ah!
Yeah.
For the hearth.
To the hearth!
Icon takes the broken cord from the bow and ties it around your wrist. Goes, alright, just don't forget my promise.
I grab the back of your head to do a forehead touch.
Mm.
Never.
Good night.
And fade to black. So, what were you petitioning for there?
Icon's always been a nervous person, and this was at this time. Icon needed deep reassurance that
All right.
they actually mattered.
Oh, well, that was definitely granted. Were you petitioning for anything specific?
It wasn't the thing that guided the scene. I mostly just laid in foreshadowing for what we now know of what they did and what their relationship is in terms of taking leadership and all that.
To me, it seemed as though you were petitioning for them to make an agreement with you to work towards the bow, which was representative of something else.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I felt like you got that.
Yeah, that was definitely there. Whether that was the core of the scene, I think, is open for interpretation.
But I think you both, unless someone else disagrees, I think you both got what you wanted out of that scene. Mm-hmm. And so that would just be a coin swap. Do you have drama tokens?
I do.
Okay.
Coin swap.
You
I
just
guess they both.
One?
I mean, you still have one, yeah. Right.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I intruded and had to give them away.
That is true. Okay, so that ends our first round of scenes.
They were well spent.
Yeah, we got really flashbacky, which is great. I love.
And now we know we don't get to keep them. You might as well just spend them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You know? Except the sweet bennies. You can carry those over.
Sweet Benny.
So next we go to Sigurd. I will say we didn't, and the chat actually brought this up because we sort of just went to break. We didn't talk about who got tokens from y'all's scene.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Because I felt like no one really got what they wanted.
I feel like for a minute you got what you wanted.
Yeah, I think
which was
Did you feel like you got love from your daddy?
Yeah, I did. I wanted love and what else did I want? And some acceptance. And I feel like he saw me. Like
Acceptance
he was
is,
like,
did
you
you
know
feel
what?
heard? Yeah.
And he wanted to protect me. He was like, but you can't say it. So I feel like there was an understanding. So I think I did.
Give him a token. All right, moving on. Sigurd
Yes.
or Elquin.
Either one.
Either one. Mm-hmm. Dealer's choice.
When are we?
Okay. I'm going to say that we are. We are riding, or not riding, we are tramping up the side of a hill. And once we get to that hill at the top of it, Sigurd turns to Avrak and says,
When in
when?
time are we?
This is
Who's there?
this is the beginning of the raid itself.
Oh, so we've jumped to the raid.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have an issue with that time jump?
Does that mess with any stuff people really want to get done? Because I mean,
Yeah, because whatever I'm going to do would definitely be before the raid.
Do you want to spend a token for precedence?
So
Oh, wait, it's Benny's
he
proposal.
doesn't have
Sorry.
to. You can. It's called challenging. So if you make a challenge that something has occurred, basically he's pushing the scene farther than B. Dave would like to go. So
Yeah.
B. Dave is challenging the timeline.
Got it.
If Alcuin wants to force it, it goes to a vote.
Got it.
So it's basically like B. Dave has challenged that he thinks this is too far ahead. You can.
can he just pay a token and succeed?
No, it's a Benny. I got them confused in my notes.
Oh, okay.
Jumping precedents.
Well, jumping precedence is a Benny, yeah.
Right.
But basically, if so, he's challenged you to say it can't go
Do
that
something
far because he
before.
wants to do something before.
I'll accept it.
forward.
I'll
Okay.
accept it.
So
So
then
does that mean I choose something else, or that he then picks the scene?
that would mean you're choosing something else.
Okay.
I mean, the events of the scene may play out as you intended. I'm only objecting
Yeah.
to the time that being that far ahead.
Okay. Well, how about this? When would be good for me to have this scene?
Well, my scene with Sorsha was 3 days before the raid, and I'm
Yes.
basically
Two.
2 days before the raid. So I would basically come for you directly. So in anything that is more than that, whatever's going to happen between us will have
And
already
you don't
occurred.
have a Benny, right? You just
I
have
don't.
drama token.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, whatever you want to say to the chief, I'm not impeding it. It's just the fact that
I mean, is there a way that I can just yield to that and let that happen, and then
Well, you can change
Just
it.
change
put myself
scene
in the
order.
in the
Voluntarily alter
voluntarily
precedents.
alter precedence to let
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the game
Just
moderator.
say that.
because I mean
That's it.
Sigurd wouldn't give Fernway anything, but I would like to give. I am interested in this story, and I would like
Alcuin
to.
is nicer than Sigurd.
Yes.
Sigurd is a trash fire and Alcuin is lovely.
Thank you.
How about we split the difference? You talk to the chief, and I will intrude midway through.
Okay, and you want it
On
to be?
that timeline?
You still want it to be two nights before the raid?
I'll do whatever time you want. Maybe I couldn't catch up to you before now. I was trying, and you're
Nice.
elusive.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Cool.
But I will come in at a dramatically appropriate time.
Okay, so let's say it's one night before the raid.
All right.
Okay.
So we're still at the we're still in the village.
So
It's-
we're at night,
It's at night. I thought we'd already be traveling at this point.
Oh, okay.
or it's before we're leaving for the raid.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Either way, that it is convenient.
Benny
for you to
token.
remember.
Whoa, Benny token.
what are you do? What you doing?
Dun dun dun.
Are you inserting yourself into the scene order?
I want to see a scene.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Do it now.
Dun,
right,
dun, dun.
So
New players enter the game.
what is happening? Which actually probably simplifies what we're trying
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
I was like, I can't force people who aren't. But so Alejandra's playing Benny, which is a benefit token, and what she's doing is she's forcing herself into the scene order queue. So we've now changed the order of the queue, and she is before Alcuin. So go ahead and just put it somewhere.
We're altering the QueueTimes.
The queue time has changed. So
So I can set the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You have the full power now.
do you have a drama token?
Yes.
And I use that as well.
If you're not in the scene, you still have to play that.
If you're not.
Oh, I have to be in the scene.
Oh well, that's
Or
fine.
or you can
I'm
spend
just
a
saying,
token.
Okay.
This is
You don't have if you're. It just means it's your turn. So we've now moved you ahead, and that's all that token does.
Yeah.
So now you're calling a scene. If you're not in it, you have to spend a drama token to not be in it.
oh, I'm in it.
Okay, then you don't have to spend a drama token.
This is a flashback scene.
Oh.
We are going to let's see the previous voice, the voice before Kyle,
Okay.
who's dead. Previous voice is dead.
The voice has gone silent.
Voice has gone silent. Would we say that
That was like two and a half
maybe 2.5 months ago?
Yeah.
And then a new voice is upgraded. Okay. So the previous voice is
We'll say it happened a week before the solstice. So.
okay, a week before the solstice, and in the Northlands, and basically, Sorsha, whenever can I say my
Go
voice?
ahead, yeah. For the audience at home.
My gift is that I can astral project. However, when someone I know dies, I immediately astral project to where they are. So Sorsha has she was just in the middle of making herself a nice stew in her treehouse, and all of a sudden she's like, she finds herself in the Northlands in an alleyway, in a damp brickstone alley in the city of the Northlands, next to the body of the voice, of the previous voice. And the previous voice was an old man named Gunthar. Was Gunthar the listener, and I have just appeared next to his body, and he is dead.
Is there any sort of obvious markings, or
he is?
Can I play a token to insert myself into the scene?
yes, you can.
We want foam at the mouth or something?
Sigurd is walking down the alley, away from Gunthar, and has a bloody knife in his hand.
So then Gunther has a stab wound.
Gunthar's throat has been slit.
Oh shit!
He ain't gonna say shit now.
Throat has been slit, and he also has his eyes are leaking blood, which is also a sign of poisoning.
Can we say that Sigurd is not noticeable? It's not immediately noticeable that it is Sigurd because, like, a cloak or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Unless Sorsha's really been hiding a murder.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you pay Alejandro your token?
I will.
So a person is walking away from this body in a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
A person that you've known for a long time. Do you follow them?
Yes. I follow. I see. Gunthar. What? Oh my God! And then I look up and I see, in who I think it looks like Sigurd, kind of running quickly through the between two buildings, like turning the corner. So I follow who I think it is Sigurd, and however Sigurd cannot see or hear me, so all I can do is follow.
Yeah. Now I'm not running away at great speed. I'm kind of walking in a very sort of detached, casual way. And then you see me drop the bloody dagger into a barrel of waste and water.
And I can't. I follow him to the barrel, and I can't grab it because I can't touch anything. And then I know I can't get Sigurd's attention, but I notice the same trance in his face.
Yes.
And I peek around, and he's missing the birthmark.
So once Sigurd gets to what seems like his destination, a person in a white cloak comes out, a cloak that glistens in the light of the portal. You recognize it to be the same type of cloak that the servants to the voice wear. And they collect him and say, "You seem so tired. Let's get you to bed."
I was drinking in the tavern.
"You must have fallen. You have blood on your hands. Let's get you cleaned up."
Oh, I don't really mess with you religious types. I'm honestly I'm fine. I appreciate that you want to help, but
then they put their hand on your face and just look at you and say, "You can't walk around like this. Let's get you cleaned up."
Yes.
And they lead you away.
And blackout.
No contest scene, but also super important narratively, and I'm really here for it.
Note, you have to walk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just fly.
Yeah, I can't just go, well, I don't go back to my body. I have to go, oh, man. What?
Yeah,
Like,
that is another note for y'all. Sorsha's astral ability is not quite strong yet, and so her projecting to the Northlands means she has a 7-hour walk back to her body. So,
Which is fine.
Luckily, She
Is
probably.
it? How is this?
She's probably used to this. She's probably got like her floors padded.
If she appears every time someone she knows dies, we're a raiding culture. She gets pulled to battlefields constantly.
Well, the raiders are generally pretty good about not generally the policy is don't kill folks. A lot of the villages have as we discussed, especially in the belt, they just kind of go into their city and wait till it's over. They're very much like that. So, but yeah.
But that's true. That's why
Please don't burn
I
this
think
down, just take our
I
stuff.
kind of stick around home. That's why I'm always in the forest, kind of protected. So if
Yeah.
I kind
And
of get
raids are
pulled
at
on my
night,
body,
so probably a lot of it is overnight. You can probably get back to your body by morning.
Yeah. And on raid nights, she's pretty prepared.
busy.
New moon
And
forest
also,
rituals.
yeah, I wonder on this next raid, because it's the first raid that Icon's going to be in the village, if knowing your secret, if they're going to try to, be protective of you, just in case.
Hashtag
Or
Christian.
screw with
what
you.
are
Or
Icon's
screw with you.
motives?
Or screw with you. Okay,
What
so
are Icon's motives?
so that
Is
was
that like a motive?
Icon's not the one that roofied somebody.
Unsuccessfully.
That doesn't make
I
it
know, it's
better.
more like a Benadryl. Calm down.
A Benny?
it was successful, just not for you. Anyway, so
For
now
the record, I would like this to have just been in like the oysters kind of thing, not in like the roofie kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
just so
yeah.
that can be
It
stated.
was like a suggestion,
Just
like the
for
way they're like
me.
oysters,
Thank
like an
you.
aphrodisiac.
Exactly.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
Dark
feeling that
chocolates.
more than something that would start to get a little.
it
bit
wasn't
dark.
a heavy.
yeah.
I took it in that sense. I just want to
Yeah.
specify for my own comfort
It's like
and
in
the
that-
comfort of Chris
yeah.
Bemsworth.
in me, it's that like feeling good after getting a little high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Promoting pork trucking.
So, moving on, we're back to the same issue we had before, so I'm just going to make a call just to speed things up. Fernvey is going to call a scene, and then Sigurd is going to call a scene.
Okay.
Yep. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah.
That's it.
Or I'm fine entering their scene midway through. I didn't want to completely steal agency from Alcuin.
Did the game moderator rule, or did the game moderator rule? Call your scene.
Because the issue with that is that their scene was called on the way to the raid, so they were already on the road, which you would not have been there.
Okay.
Yep, that's fair.
My scene is I would have. This is roughly an hour after I met with Sorsha at her home, so this would have been around the time that Sigurd and Icon are still together in Icon's quarters.
Well,
When
that we're not together anymore.
You would have kicked him out?
No, we're.
I
have to get back to work.
This is not
All
in
right.
flagrante delicto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Let's just say it's been an hour since you guys coitus.
Yeah,
right.
Post-coital.
Sigurd can hang around, but I got work to do.
But I'm actually going to the war chief.
I think
the
I'd probably hit it
War
and quit it. I would just take off
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I'm going to the war master.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stand outside the house, and I would start yelling, but I'm afraid I would deafen you. So I'm outside of the war chief's hut, and I'm yelling War Master.
It sounds like a relationship.
I emerge immediately.
When you come out, you see Fernvey wearing the armor, which basically would have been 2 generations past. I'm not wearing the dented breastplate that I wore at the Reveille. I'm wearing actual go gear.
Yeah.
My face is painted down one side with just a streak of blue paint, and there is a symbol of Sam on the other cheek and an arrow pointing upwards, which you recognize from having been out there that this is basically the paint of a warrior that's going to die. This is the last battle, and I'm standing out there with my hammer in the middle of the road. So all my robes are off, everything extraneous is off. It's like I'm going to war.
I take it in. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the search for glory, Elder. If you want to come on the raid, you should talk to me. It's not for a couple days yet. We've gone a little early on the paint, but...
I understand that in these days, everyone seems to have lost track of how we do things, but I know I must ask the War Master's permission before I slay one of the raiding party.
Who are you looking to slay?
Sigurd.
I know that you've talked about this curse and talked about it, but don't you think this is just a little too far?
It has come to my attention recently that he is the one who killed the horses. By poison and dastardly cowardice. Some weed is clamthorn.
What evidence do you have of this?
How I know is not as important, War Master. But if he is an instrument of the gods to test us, then the gods should protect him from me. And if he is not, then he will meet me in glorious battle, and perhaps he will dispatch me to my end. I don't know. But his cancer must be cut out of our community now.
If these findings be true, you should have your combat. We must investigate the claim not to prevent you from any combat, but if this be true, we need to know more.
I realize I've caused a scene because I was upset, and people are starting to like look around, and I'm actually fine that I'm all like,
Yeah.
it really was Sigurd, but I lean in just a little bit closer and I say,
He may have ensnared Icon. The young whisperer may have been misled.
Step into my chamber. We'll talk. There should be a tribunal before any of this.
Let the gods pass judgment in the face of everyone.
I grab you, I pull you close to me.
Yeah.
If there are co-conspirators, they must be found and slain.
I pull away and I'm just like very dramatically,
The war chief is wise. Lead on, War Master.
I'm gonna bring you in and hear out whatever you got.
I make absolutely no mention of Sorsha, so I basically tell all the facts without any of where I heard them.
Okay.
So how do you come by the knowledge of Clamthorn? In your telling?
I found Icon's bag of clamthorn. There's a short list of people that would know what it does, and I have no reason to believe that they would have killed the horses.
Yep.
Someone told me they witnessed Sigurd. They're acting strangely with clamthorn in his possession, but they're afraid to reveal who they are because they think he might harm them. So I told them that I would take their recommendation and I would bring it to you, but I know they were telling the truth. So there was a witness. I will not tell you who it is.
I don't like some of this, but I have no drama tokens to.
And I have four.
Can I give him a drama token?
No.
No.
I'd try him.
Thank you, though.
Although I
Can
will
I
say,
play his token and put him in it?
Well, as the person who called the scene, I'm fine with him entering into it. So
Oh, okay.
he can enter for free if he.
I will then.
But again, temporally, my intention is for me to be with the War Master at the time that the two of them are together. If it's a half hour, an hour, whatever, that's our two thing is happening.
But we are
their
having a
two
fairly
thing.
long conversation
Yes, right.
in the interim.
Yes.
Which can give you the time you need if you want.
Outside your war chamber, tiny little hands looking through the window. Yes! Listening to everything that Fernweh has to say.
I caused quite a scene outside on purpose. Like, I want people to know, like, I'm looking for Sigurd to put him in the dirt. Yeah. And so, Timothy would know.
Yeah. Timothy has spat upon you.
So does Timothy come get me? All right.
That's the best way.
Right.
Yeah, that's elegant.
Yeah.
Ah, Timothy. So, what brings you back here?
I did what you said, and
I thought you'd forgotten. You remembered your important job?
I will always remember my important job. I serve the raid.
Oh, yeah,
To the hearth.
To the hearth, and I pat Timothy.
You are right. Fernweh is being very loud.
That must have been scary for you. Are you okay?
I'm fine. He was talking to the chief about tests, and so I knew I should listen, because it's a test. But he was talking to the chief about you.
Oh?
He said you poisoned the horses.
What? You? Well, maybe you don't. You don't know how much I loved those horses. I would never do that.
He said that there was a witness, and that they saw you with Thorn, some plant.
Thorn Nightshade.
Thorn Nightshade. I was like, was it
That's for
deadly?
you, bingo people.
Deadly Nightshade.
References to other streams.
Tomothy, you know that sometimes when the elder says something, he makes it look like it's for the good of the whole tribe, but it's really just something that he wants. And he tries to... You know he said bad things about me before, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of those things weren't true, were they? Like that time he said that all the cheese had been ruined because I went and inspected it.
Oh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
That's not true. I never looked at that cheese.
Right.
So do you understand that Fernway, like, I feel like he's a little too devoted to be Dave. And so he's a storyteller. And stories are powerful, but sometimes they can hurt people.
So he's lying to the chief?
Yes. For some reason, I don't know why, he hates me. Have you ever had that where someone just doesn't like you and you can't figure out why? Nothing that you do will change that?
Yes.
I think that's what he's doing. But, while I am sad that he doesn't want to be my friend, I'm so happy that I have you as a friend, Tomothy.
Are we friends?
Totally. More than friends. I feel like you're a little young, but you won't be going on this next raid, but you'll be going on raid soon.
I want to be a raider, just like my mom.
Oh, wow. Yes. I know Marga, your mother, and, she'd be, if you can be half the warrior that she is, I'd be glad to have you in my raiding party, and I think Avrak would as well.
Is Marga her old name?
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
No, she's been Pollock for years and years. I didn't know her old name. But maybe you knew her a long time.
Probably when I was your age, when I was a kid, before I went up to the city up north.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one other thing, did you you say I saw that Fernway told these lies about me, but do you think that Avrak believed him? How did Avrak react? What were they going to do about it?
I don't know. Avrak stopped them. Fernvey when it said he was gonna try to kill you, and Avrak stopped
I'd like to see that old man try.
But I think there's gonna be an investigation.
Oh.
I don't know. They were whispering a lot. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was very loud. Everybody heard him.
So
Oh, okay.
I gotta go.
we kind of ended up with some sceneception happening right there.
Yeah.
So actually, since I called this scene, I would actually like Sorsha to have figured out where I was and arrived now. Because she knew I was going to go kill him. So even though I had every intention of leaving Sorsha out of this completely,
Yes.
you have now located me with Avrak in the war chain. You also can see that I'm like done up and ready to go.
Okay. And am I Sorsha or astral projecting Sorsha?
You really physically Sorsha.
Physically there.
Like
Physically social.
I'm on my way there. You let me know when I get there.
yeah.
Oh, I get it. Willie Cheeseman. That's the.
Did you see the layers? That's for the OG fans. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say, Sorsha, you arrive in time for me to tell you that there was a witness who is. It's not important who they are because for their sake and their safety, but I know they were telling the truth. So you have heard me vouch for you and cover for you when you get to the door, basically. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So am I overhearing or actually walking?
Yeah, that was probably the thing you heard at the door,
Yes.
which is,
Right before
like a
you walked
hide
in.
curtain.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Whether or not you enter the room is up to you, but you know I'm there with the chief, and you heard me say that upon arrival.
You know that your father covered for you and protected you. I'm gonna make feels on their pinkish.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sorsha.
Father, it's fine. It's fine.
Just,
Good to see you. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Well, but this doesn't concern you, Sorsha.
No.
We're speaking
Who
about the
could
raid.
provide more expertise on this matter than Sorsha?
Me.
Avrock, I'm the witness. I saw Sigurd. It was my father. Please, Dad, they trust you. Just stay out of it. It's fine. I'm already an outsider. You need to be here. The village needs you. Don't fight Sigurd.
I don't fear him. I fear no man. The gods watch over me.
I do make a point to not keep my back to the door, especially because I didn't know she was there. So I now sort
You're
of
now
rotate.
starting to shift.
Yeah, around. And I say,
My child, you and I have had our disagreements because I had a vision for you and you had a vision for yourself, which is a conversation for another time, but I will not let any harm come to you as a result of this or anything else. I love you. I want you to be safe.
But I couldn't stop the horses. You're right. I saw them die, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. It's my fault. I was right there, and I just wasn't quick enough.
Okay. Sit down and tell me from the beginning everything you know. We will keep you safe.
It's... Question.
Yes.
Can I black out? Or it's not my scene, so I can't go. Or...
You can add anything.
Like, faint or like fade to black? Because I don't know which one of those you mean.
That's true.
They're both interesting.
Oh, I know, because I'm like, I want to give too much away.
You can send yourself directly into, like, you can block out, like, your astral projecting.
But if you want to expedite the process and say, I explain the whole thing to them.
I expose it accordingly is totally a thing.
But I do want to, what were you...
I was going to say, I can add a complication if you like that might help clarify what you want to do next.
Okay.
I would say the two of them arrive. Sigurd has got an icon. Sigurd has told Icon that I am plotting against...
I'm actually going to stop.
Oh, no?
We're just doing too many scenes now.
Right.
So we should...
Well, I just wanted us all in the same room.
Okay.
I think we're going to get there within the next scene or two anyway.
I think this scene ends with her...
Yeah. So tell me everything you know, we'll keep you safe. Okay.
What are you...
Or do you tell?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I don't know how much to tell.
Or do you block out?
Yeah, I kind of want to
I'm very cute and make you feel very safe. I just want to remind you of that now.
Yeah, we'll fade to black, but how much do you tell them?
I know, I'm not sure if I reveal how much I know about Sigurd.
Okay.
Right, what are you omitting?
Where I've seen, if I saw him leave the voice, am I omitting that far back? Or just the horses?
Can I ask one very simple question that might help clarify? Which of the two of them do you love more? Because I think that's who you'd have the allegiance to. So if it's Avrak, you'd spill.
So
if it's Sigurd, you wouldn't.
That's not fair. How can I compete with Avrak?
At the same time, though, her admitting that she saw that means she's not been saying that for 2 months.
Oh, I know. There's dramatic complications.
Okay.
I think I know who killed Gunthar. And I know who killed the horses. And it was Sigurd. And I'm sorry, I didn't know. I loved Sigurd a long time ago, and something's changed, and I was trying to figure it out on my own, and I can't, and I don't understand, and I'm not getting any visions about it, and I don't understand what's going on, but it's Sigurd.
Why did this all come up now?
I think
I did. Discord.
I think we're being plotted against by the voice possibly the Whisperer? Someone else knows of Clamthorn, and it wasn't me, and it wasn't my father. There's a bigger... There's something connected. There's some reason...
Where are they right now?
Who?
Sigurd and Icon.
Sigurd and
Sigurd and Icon.
Yeah. Which might function as a transition.
Right, exactly.
I knew something was wrong when there was a voice and a whisper and a chief in a single reverie. That's not right. It's not the way things are done. Something vile is at work here.
And I couldn't see it. And my father couldn't see it. And there's a reason we were blocked from seeing any of that.
No, so out of character.
Yes.
I want Icon to just be listening at the door now. Like, they heard the commotion, they came up. And I'm not entering the scene, but I'm hearing this.
Okay.
Is Sigurd
So
there to
does
hear
that
it
mean you
also?
left Sigurd? Well, I guess Sigurd's already gone.
Sigurd's already gone.
Tomothy.
Sigurd's with Tomothy.
Tomothy.
B-Dave, you down with that?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I wanted us to be all having it out anyway. So at any point
I know,
that you want
but
to
at that point, it's like...
No, I'm not trying to. I don't actually want to enter the conversation.
But
I just
you
want to hear
overheard.
the conversation.
Yeah, but it puts you as a part of the scene, and I'm considering whether or not I want to block that.
Okay.
So that's why
Well,
I'm asking for clarification.
I have a lot of points left that aren't going to serve me anymore in 25 minutes, so I will block.
Okay, that's fine. Then I don't hear it.
Well, it's my scene. Do I block them? I mean,
So Poisel wants to enter, and
Yeah.
you're fine with that. So
no, I'm not fine with that.
You're not fine with that.
Not
then
fine with
then all you have to say is no.
Okay.
And then if Poisel wants to enter, they have to pay.
And then you can pay to block.
Yes.
Right.
Or someone else in the scene could pay to block.
Realistically, I can save you money because I would, and I got more than you.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my drama token. I'm gonna save the block.
Save the drama for...
Right.
If B-Dave blocks you, you don't spend your token.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
but what they were saying is they could try and spend a token to force it, and then I could still spend a token
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
not force it.
Me
so
spending
just-
would make him force him
Right.
to spend
Yeah.
two.
Right.
Right. No, I know. I'm
Mutually
just saying,
assured.
if that happens, you get your token back.
Okay.
Oh, good to know.
Plus 2.
Right.
Oh.
What?
That's brand new.
No,
Because he pays me.
Yeah.
Got it.
Basically, if Poisel pays to go in the scene,
And then
you spend 2 to keep them out of the scene. Those 2 you spend go to Poisel.
You are now down 2, and Poisel is up 2, and that is the net change.
Yeah.
If Poisel wants to try to get in.
If it comes to that.
Why would I have to spend 2 to stop it?
Because
you're
spending to block?
It's one to enter a scene and 2 to block that.
So if you say no originally, because I can
Right.
enter with your permission for free.
Right.
If you say no, I can spend 1 to force my way in.
Right.
Then you can spend 2 to keep me out still, and
Got
so
it.
then the 2 you spend go to me.
Either way, in the interest of time, I'm fine with this scene being concluded.
Yes. All right. Did you finish your conversation with you were asking where they were and the...
My understanding is that I'm getting full exposition.
Great.
Right.
So, in the interest of moving things along, I was like, why don't we move this along and then find out where those 2 are and what's happening with them and if those 2 are talking and shit like that. Like, is
so
Sigurd
let's-
about to rabbit? Like, what's going on?
There is a
Right.
lot that happened in that scene. So let's take Farenvey. Do you feel like you got divine validation or assurance at all from anyone, or acquiescence from Sorsha? Sorsha, I think you definitely got stuff from your dad.
Yeah. So I should give him one.
On a macro level, I don't
Unless he
think the
got
gods
like
had
two
anything
from you.
anything
Because
to do
then
with
it's
it.
just
But on a micro level, I wanted Avrek to take all of this seriously and suspect Sigurd as much as I do, and I feel like that happened.
Yep.
Okay.
So I feel like I got what I wanted.
Avrak, do you feel like you got anything?
That's you know what? Yes, because what Avrak ultimately wants is respect. And right at the top of the scene, Farenvey says, I know what the ways are. You go to the chief about this rather than taking care of it on your own.
Yeah.
So Farenvey, whose opinion matters a tremendous deal both to me and to my ongoing position in the tribe, completely validated all my shit.
Okay, so basically y'all would swap tokens, which...
Okay.
Do you have a token?
Yes.
Okay, and then you give a token to B-Dave. And in that scene, everybody got what they wanted!
Hey.
But you already got it on the bingo card this section.
Yay.
Yeah. For the record, I don't necessarily want Murder Alquin.
Well, no, not Alquin.
No, I'm talking
No.
Alquin. I am talking to Alvin. That I don't necessarily want to murder.
Yeah, I have ideas. It'll be all right. I got ideas.
Are you going to save me from getting the merge?
No, I'm willing to
I
do murder.
I mean,
just not.
you have one session left.
The chat just said Sigurt's not here right now. Okay, so Sigurt, it's your scene.
Perfect.
All right, so I think this dovetails well into, I want to have it be right on the end of that previous scene where I show up and see Icon listening at the door to Avrex.
I didn't get to do that.
Maybe you were en route, or maybe you couldn't hear. Maybe you were trying.
Well, that's the
You didn't
thing.
know.
Is if I'm calling the scene.
I'm saying I'm not.
Okay.
I did not go
Okay.
because I got blocked. I'm completely fine with that. I don't want.
But as a scene caller, I can put you there right now if it's the next scene, right? You wouldn't have overheard that. You'd be
You could be
arriving.
arriving to overhear if you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that, like, due to Tomothy, expository information is going to happen even though Icon is blocked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can say that it is
Except-
now after this, and Icon was headed that way.
Okay.
I was just going to hear because I heard there's commotion.
Yeah.
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 So
The whole village heard.
when you
No, I
when you
made a
get
big
to the to Avrock's lodge, do you wait outside the door and listen?
I'm just on my way over.
Okay. All right. So I run to catch up with Icon.
Okay.
I say, hey, where are you going?
There's a commotion in the village. Something.
I know what it's about. And you have to come over here right now. We have to talk.
Okay, Sigurd, what's going on?
You remember Tomothy, right? The kid I found in the woods. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Long story short, I asked Tomothy to keep an eye on Fernway for me because you know that I've always known that he has it out for me, and now it's come to a head. He's got his daughter involved with it, and they're telling some sort of lies about me to the chief. Right now, and I can tell you where this is going to go. He's going to challenge me to combat, and I'm going to have to kill that old man, and I don't want to do that because I respect that he's part of your growth. And I want you to receive his teachings. I don't agree with them, but it's obvious that
Okay.
you respect him.
Hold on.
We don't have a lot of time.
What is he saying about you? Why?
He's saying that I poisoned my own horses. Can you believe it? Well,
No, you love your horses.
I did.
Why? And what about Sorsha? She's. And
I'm telling
Let me-
you right now, I did not kill my horses. That was not me.
I believe you. I believe you. I know how much those horses meant to you, and especially Argon.
Argon was a beautiful palomino.
Oh, because he's a palliative.
Oh my god.
Let me talk to Avrak.
I mean, should I be there? Shouldn't I? Oh, how would I know? But, I mean, I want to defend myself, and my honor is important to me. There has to be a way out of this that doesn't involve me killing.
Well, look,
Fernbay.
it sounds like there's some sort of misunderstanding, and it just all sounds like something got blown out of proportion.
I know, and we need to resolve this before the raid. We can't have the raiding party be conflicted.
No, this is.
So that would be a threat to Avrek's leadership.
It would.
And I don't want to cause any of those sort of problems. But I can't just bow out of this. I'm the scout for the raiding party.
I believe you. I understand.
That means a lot
Let
that you
me-
do, because I know a lot of people don't.
Let me see what I can do. Let me try to smooth this over.
Okay. What should I do?
Just go to the old barns and just wait until we can get this figured out.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go in for a hug.
Okay.
Okay, so I felt like you were a very strong petitioner in that scene.
Yes.
It seemed like you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were petitioning for anything?
I wasn't petitioning.
Oh, okay.
Glorious manipulative
Go ahead, give Alcuin a drama token. Do you have any drama tokens?
I have
Yeah,
no
you got a lot of drama.
Wait. He was petitioning. He got what he wanted.
I got what I wanted, so I
you pay.
So you would get
No. When you get what you want, you give money to the grantor.
Then
But
he
I
gives
got
me one.
Yeah, but he's exactly. But
I
he
don't
doesn't
have
have
any.
any, so
Oh.
you get one from the kitty.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought you, because you pointed this way and you said.
Yeah, I misunderstood that as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought you said
Same
I
way.
paid
All right.
him.
No. He would
Okay.
pay you.
Yeah.
But
He'd pay you,
he just
but
didn't
I'm
have any
broke.
drama tokens.
So it comes out of the
I'm
pool.
all a drama hoarder. over
Let's
here.
all point at each other. Just point. Avrak, you're calling our final scene for the day.
Woo!
Are you excited? Where's all this going? So much intrigue.
All right. Where am I setting this and how?
And who?
While
The who of God. Where the God? That's easy.
While Sam is thinking, I need to know what can I do with these because I have a stack of them that are about to expire. So what theoretically are these for?
So theoretically, a couple of things. Number one, they get added to your Benny score.
Okay.
So when we tally up who was voted on, those drama tokens that you turn in get added to your score. So it increases the likelihood of you getting a Benny. Also, you can basically force someone to grant things to you. You can force your way into a scene. You can block people from entering the scene, etc., etc. It just, you can like make the dramas happen and be like, you give me things. You don't get to decide how they grant it, but they have to do some sort of emotional concession of their choice. But they have to do a concession.
I mean, even if you don't spend them all, having them as be votes towards your Benny is pretty good too. So
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
All right. This is going to be within about 20 minutes of the last scene.
Okay.
So, but 20 minutes after?
Correct.
You mean? Okay, cool.
Like in that sort of region. You have been looking. You were just on the outskirt. Our little thing split off because the end of that is, hey, where are these people?
Yeah.
So you go looking. You can go looking for Avrak. Where you will find them.
Oh, point of clarification. At the end of your scene, did you take them away with you? Like,
No.
Or did y'all, like...
I told Sigurd to go to the old barn where the horses used to be. And I
Okay,
was gonna go.
you didn't go with him?
No.
Okay,
No,
And-
they're going to try to smooth things over with me.
Yeah.
okay,
and I did go to the actual barn.
cool.
And so
like
for
I said.
that reason, Icon's going to be looking for me anyway. Where they will find me is in the Whispers Lodge.
Back in my place?
Yeah,
Okay.
And who is there with you? Who will be with you?
just me.
Okay, all right.
And I have my mall with me.
Okay, so at this point you can use your tokens to enter the scene or make someone else enter the scene.
I'll let this play out.
You can decide later too, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of sitting, resting my face on it.
Okay. I come in like,
Icon,
oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
good.
I heard that there was a commotion over by your place, and
Tell me about Clamthorn.
what, Clampthorn?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's oh, it's a plant. It's a herb. It's can be very poisonous. But it can, if used right, can be used for other things.
Can it kill horses?
Yeah. They don't generally like to eat it though. Like it smells really bad.
Can it kill people?
Yeah. Sigurd said that Fernweh was saying something about him. What happened?
I need to know what you know.
Just that. Just what Sigurd told me. He said that Fernweh was spreading some lie about him. He's had a a vendetta against him.
How did you learn about Clamthorn?
Well, the voice told me about it when I became Whisperer. I've never really.
When you became Whisper?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
It's part of the ceremony for tattooing. I mean, I had a bag around it here somewhere, but it's gone.
So someone took it.
I don't know. I can't seem to find it.
This is wrong, and things are making sense now, and I was so worried it was you. I was worried you poisoned the horses.
What Oh no! I wouldn't do that, and I don't think Sigurd would. He loved those horses. That's all he talks about is his horses.
His Facebook page is all
That's a bingo. That's a bingo spot.
It is. Oh, yeah, that's on my card. I'll get that later. Really quite a lot, huh?
Yeah, but why did you think it was me?
Only so many people know about these things.
I guess, yeah.
Now, Sigurd, he has many uses, but knowing things about herbs, he knows about as much as I do.
Yeah,
so this is a short list.
He asked me about it earlier today, actually, he kept calling it clamwort, though, like.
That's how this all came up. Yeah. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this starts coming up. In conversations everywhere. With everyone.
I don't know.
Because all of a sudden, Sigurd's talking about it.
Huh. He had heard, what did you, Alquin, out of character, what did you tell me in that scene when you were asking about it?
I told you that Sorsha was claimed to be the witness, and I thought that for some reason Sorsha was helping Fernway.
No, when we were before our fade to black.
In which scene?
When you kept saying
before you bound.
clamwort.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you brought that up, did you what prompted that? Did you say that you were talking about clamwort?
I didn't give it any context. I didn't tell you that I had found your bag with the stuff on it.
Yeah. Okay.
You were just suddenly asking questions.
I was.
About
I
this
did.
thing that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then cool. We'll go back in the scene. Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah. You just started asking me about it earlier. And he said something. He said something about Sorsha and.
This is bad. Icon, you can't get mixed up in this.
Well, it's my family. It's hard not to. I'm involved. You're involved.
Yes, because I'm chief.
And I'm Whisper.
I made you a promise.
I reach in to the poked a hole and it's just the stub of it, and it's like. I remember the one I made you.
I need you to be safe. I don't know what's happening. I need you. Whoever did this. I trust you.
I trust you. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Please. Don't. Let me handle this. Please.
I put my hand up on the back of your head, if you'll let me, and lean in, just lightly kiss you, and pull back and say, This is what you need. But I will be here.
Real big kiss. Massive. How's that not on the bingo card?
I'd like to force another scene because I know we don't have much time.
Yeah.
Or force somebody entering.
You can't.
You have to have a Benny to force a scene. Which you
Yeah.
can.
I am gonna
Force
say though
somebody to enter a scene.
we do need something at the end. So
Can I put myself at the very like I was watching that?
that?
Yeah.
No, I'm putting you somewhere else.
Ooh.
It partially with what you want. It's gonna be the stables with Sigurd and Sorsha. And basically you guys confront each other, but there's somebody waiting there for you that
Okay.
hasn't revealed themselves yet.
Did I go there knowing he was there, or we were just like, oh, like
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
You had a feeling.
it's a good
found
guess.
You
Yeah.
spotted him.
him. You know where
On his
he
way
goes
down,
when he
there's
needs
only
to
one place where he could
de-stress.
yeah.
So just roll, quick confrontation scene.
When you arrive, it looks like I'm packing belongings. Just putting things in, wrapping them up in furs and that kind of stuff. Like in a hurried way.
Are you just going to run away? After everything you've caused?
I'm prepping for the raid. Is that what you think? You automatically assume I'm going to run away from this stuff?
You're responsible for
Why did you
everything
tell your
that's
father?
happened. I can't keep lying to everyone.
You know I wasn't myself.
Well, then you have to do more to figure out what was going on.
You're the mystic. I need help from you figuring that out. How do I know? I'm the victim in this.
You even, when you're talking to... Hold on, Alejandra, coming out of this. It was his conversation with Icon that he threw me under the bus, kind of.
I mean, to be fair.
With everyone. Yeah.
I have, back in.
Yeah. You would probably know that at this point, that I throw you under the bus all the damn time.
You keep blaming me. You haven't even looked at yourself, that you are physically responsible. I have seen you every time.
At that moment,
what are you talking about?
You hear someone entering. A woman in robes that you recognize to belong to the voice enters. By her side is Pollock in full armor, as though guarding her. And the voice says, "Is Sorsha joining us as well? That's unexpected." Fade to black. Yes!
Yeah!
Oh, I'm so excited for next week already.
Yay!
Is it next week yet?
Yeah, is it next week yet?
All right, are you guys ready for a giveaway?
Yeah!
Although first they should establish, because they did kind of. So in your kissy scene, I feel like you.
I got what I wanted, which was for Icon to not put themselves in danger in this whole shenanigans and let me take care of it.
Sure.
I did not get one. I got some of what I wanted. Like, I got kisses. That's all it
What were you petitioning for that you didn't get?
My inclusion in this, my counsel. And I feel like, while...
Council, you got. Participation, you did not.
Yeah.
Because they want to.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
All right, give them a token. Okay, perfectly fine. And then.
Although smooches are always nice.
We need them to type something in chat for the giveaway. We can have that ball rolling.
Okay, so for the giveaway, just everybody type.
Void.
Yeah, void. So everyone, right now,
Right
type
now.
void. I guess we should check to make sure that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, just everybody type void.
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 Only once.
Only once. Yeah, typing it multiple times does not give you multiple chances.
Yeah.
Damn it! I could have made my own bingo, and I didn't.
That's the
Look
point.
But look at how responsible I was about it.
I didn't even get the second bingo card yet. I didn't look at it.
I think Perfect Cosima brings up a great point in that the chat owes all of y'all drama tokens because they got what they wanted.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that the law?
Now, Kev.
No, they said that like multiple times. It's like, now kiss.
You're welcome.
It's true.
Okay, and so in that final scene,
I didn't get myself one.
That was a no contest.
for you.
so-
yeah, that was more
I don't
of like
deserve
a,
it.
Yeah, that was a
just
That's-
a blip.
that was a very deeply necessary button.
Yeah.
Wait, did you really
That
intend for us to all
Avrock
get the
can
droid? That was like a throwaway gag that Chad's like, you all should get one.
That
But we have
just
to put them back
I mean,
anyway,
they're gonna
right?
go away, so
right,
yes.
that was-
Yeah,
you know that?
we don't
No,
get to
I
use
thought
them
so. I
next
was just
week.
making sure.
It's fine.
No, well, she handed me one. I was just making sure
It's
that
fine
we.
if you want to add that number to your account because
Yeah.
it evens it out. So if it makes you all get one. Everyone
Yay!
gets one.
Thanks, Chad. Yay!
But it doesn't carry over?
It doesn't carry over.
And then it's gone. Oh.
Chip
Chips.
Chips.
Did everybody write void? Did we all write void?
Void.
Give you like 30 more seconds to write the word void.
Do it now, don't avoid it.
It's for a giveaway. You have to write the word void in chat, VOID, in order to be.
Just Miss Bingo. Nobody disobeyed you.
I got bingo twice.
Yo.
I'll check the cards later. Maybe I do.
But yeah, so everybody write void in chat, and then we'll so okay. But for now, everyone say who you are.
Hi, I'm Sam Deleb. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaikovSky. You can catch me later today on Saving Throw Show's Twitch channel for Tempting Fate RPG Into the Spider-Verse. This is part 3 of our story, and we're going to be playing with our regulars in addition to Amy Dallin, and I'm just super excited for our Wednesday club host to be doing a comics game with us. In addition to that, you can also find me on Mondays on the Plunders and Blunders podcast, the D&D comedy podcast I do with my friends, as well as on Friday at 4 p.m. on Geek and Sundry's Twitch, as well as on Alpha. You can see me on Callisto 6, the cyberpunk superhero RPG I wrote with my friend and played with my friends.
Yay!
I'm Alquin Gersh, different elves on the Twitch and the Twitters elsewhere. You can see me, actually the best place to see me is today. I'm running another session of my long-running Curse of Strahd campaign. My social justice monsters in my group have just been kicked out of Castle Ravenloft, and now they're seeking perhaps even a darker power to be able to stand against Strahd. So that's on twitch.tv/different_elves. Yeah, come by. It'll be a lot of fun. There's been a lot of build up to it, and they're getting into the back innings of the story.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Alejandra Cejudo. You can find me on Twitter at Alejandra Wins, on Instagram at Empress Alejandra. I have a YouTube channel with my friends called The Tide Pool, and on Escape the Night Season 3.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Poisel. You can find me on Twitter at apoisel, Instagram a.poisel, and on twitch.tv/poisel. I play here with the Uncommon Trust every week. Every Saturday, I'm on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Unrestful Hearts in the Gardens of Glory, which is also an awesome narrative romantic knights focused game. It's a lot of fun. And coming up in February, starting in February on Wednesday nights, I'll be on a Starfinder game on Goblin Cavalcad.
Yay! Friends of the show, Knox.
Yes.
Yeah.
B. Dave Walters. I am at B. Dave Walters. Tuesdays with We're Live Frontier with this. Wait, where's it? With this beautiful human being right here above me. Fridays is we do a live cast Discord watch along 2:30 on the We're Live Discord.
It is
Fridays,
so fun.
Yeah, it is very nice. Friday 8 Night Falls on the Valley, Vampire the Masquerade, LA by Night, D&D in a Castle. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to Ash.
Yes.
There you go.
I am Ash Minnick. You can find me on the Twitters at mooncloud_Ash, and you can find me on the Instagram at astronaut44. You can see me occasionally play with these lovelies. You can occasionally see me on Geek and Sundry things
Being amazing.
on occasion. And then, watch Game the Game. And then you can also see us at D&D in a Castle next summer. Sign up. Even though it's sold out, sign up. There's
Sign
other
up.
things.
There may be other
Really
other
want
perks.
you to do that.
There may be
Yeah.
other perks for being on that waiting list.
I am
won?
happy to announce that the entirely random winner of our Void merch is our moderator, Allie, who more than deserves it for all they do for us.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Always a gift to us.
Congrats. And we'll message you because we need all your details now. In fact, you need to go pick out what shirt you want.
It's a shopping spree.
So thank you all for tuning in. That was session 2 of Hillfolk. Tune in next week for the final session of Hillfolk.
It's gonna get real.
It's to be the Return of the Jedi of Hillfolk.
Yeah. That was our Empire Strikes Back.
I need a week. I need a week to prepare because
I want to know.
that too. I also want it now.
Yeah, let's just pre-record it. Let's just do it now, and we'll show them like next
Do it.
week.
Do it now.
Right.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Get to the drama. Go now.
Feels Chopper.
That's true.
But thank you all so much for tuning in and for joining us on this wonderful journey that is making up a story on the spot.
Yes.
Again, Hillfolk by Robin D. Laws, published by Pelgrane Press, is what we've been playing these past 2 sessions and the 0 session prior. Everything is literally made up as we go along with the players.
Bullshit.
So-
Hashtag scripted.
Yep.
It's not, though. It's not.
Don't spread lies on that.
That is a bold
It would be
accusation.
so much more impressive.
It's really not, though.
It's not.
No.
It's not scripted. All right, cool. Bye.
Hadouken!